Oh, let me.
There we go.
I bet shut down going because I'll just get distracted.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the sixth annual Passiflora Championship. I am joined by the co-host of the second annual Passiflora Championship, BJ the Brave. What's up, man?
Hey, buddy. Thank you for that. Welcome to the show, guys. Looking forward to streaming the finals again. I've only just made it back, as you can see. I've just been another one of Dandelion's awesome parties, so I've still got the mask on. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yes, indeed. You beat me to it. I was going to ask you about it, but yeah. So it's a cool mask. I like it. I'm liking the
Oh,
look.
yeah, Dandelion. He just throws his mad parties. Cantarella was there, being all flirty as usual. The wine was flowing. We played a few rounds of Gwen. It was a great time. Yeah, it was a good party.
Very cool. Very cool. So what do you? So the open since the last this is the first Passiflora after the open beta launched. What are your impressions of open beta so far?
Okay, I'm going to stop being a dog now and just take this off. This is actually bugging. Um, yeah, no, open beta has been fantastic. I mean, for me, I've really enjoyed some of the changes, particularly getting rid of the faction abilities. I think Scoia'tael, for example, just had too big an advantage with being able to manipulate card advantage. And also it opens up a lot of cards. Like I really love the fact that we all get the Nilfgaard ability essentially to throw back a card because it means that you can play cards like Shackles or Mandrone, where if you drew those in the previous patch, if you drew that as your last card of the game, you've basically lost because you can't put any power on the board. And by that having that ability to be able to throw one back, I think it's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, really enjoying it. What about yourself?
Yeah, I love it. I agree with everything you said. Definitely stamp that. I think that getting rid of the monster passive and then having to be able to earn it, so to say, with an Ekamara, which was usually their passive anyway, but I mean what they kept anyway. But it gives you a chance to actually answer it instead of just you're just being stuck against it. Soyatel, like you said, not being having that massive card advantage every time you play against them.
Mm.
Opened up a lot of new cards. I love the new cards they added. They added some really crazy good new cards, especially when I'm thinking on top of my head for Nilfgaard, the Vicavaro Apprentice Novice, a really
Mm.
cool card that gives you a way to thin the deck. I love the mages. I love having a
Mm.
card with
Mm.
three different abilities. I think that's a really cool thing.
That's really cool. Yeah, I love the
Yeah,
play. Although I wish some of them would get a bit of a tweak. Is it Venomir, the Nilfgaard one?
yeah,
But
Stammelford
yeah,
Shimmer.
I mean, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Skellige one's good. I think the Northern Realms one. I don't know. Like just the three choices are not they're not always great on some of them, but the concept is fantastic.
I agree. That's
Really
really. I
enjoyed
agree.
them.
I agree. Vanamar is so much stronger than the rest of them. That I mean, you
Mm.
can get basically every time you play him, he's 19 points. It's
Mm.
a 19-point card because they always have eight minions on the board. 16. He's three. 19-point card. Um,
Mm.
so the
And
rise of
sometimes
Nilfgaard.
more.
Yeah, yeah. What about the rise of Nilfgaard? Are you surprised? Happy?
Really happy. I love Nilfgaard. They're possibly my favorite faction. They're certainly one of. But to be fair, actually, one of the things I think's really worked well post patch is the fact that pretty much every single faction has a powerful deck. You can't tell me a deck that doesn't have a powerful, a faction that doesn't have at least one powerful deck, right?
Right.
So, for example, Consume got weaker, but I think they're addressing that in the next patch, which is hopefully out next week. But they still have a powerful deck. There's a couple of decks actually in the monsters that are doing really well right now. One is a sort of frost, sort of weather hybrid deck, and then there's another one which is slightly more complicated, which is a deck I've been running quite a bit, which works really well as well. And there's a couple of guys who got to top two on ladder with it. So, monsters are doing well. Skellige is very powerful. The crack on crate list is possibly the best in the game. It's certainly in the top three. And then again, Nilfgaard, just the utility of Nilfgaard. I mean, they're so much fun. I started a second account on my PS4 and just did a free to play with Nilfgaard, and I'm just loving it. It's just so much fun. The cards are brilliant, and the power balances have really picked up in the new patch.
That's great. Yeah, I did. It's funny you said. I did the same thing. I did a free to play on Nilfgaard because they are so viable, and you can get the answers you need in most situations with the novices, or even just with John Calvite plus the golems. We've seen that, I'm sure, a few times.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I.
How, how have you found the weather?
It's a good question. I have not found it oppressive, but I run my version of the Croc on Crate, the Clan Brockvar hunters are just they thrive in weather. So for me, the weather meta has actually been beneficial to my decks.
Hmm.
So I haven't found them oppressive. Although I will say, side note, I am so disappointed in the Bears for the next patch. I had to say it. Wasn't going to do it. I am so disappointed in the Bear nerf. Um, yeah, just
Oh,
disappointed.
what's the bear nerf? I'm
Yeah,
not
so
sure.
so as a Skellige player, the Bears would stop Vikavaro medics and would
Yeah.
also counter the
Oh,
opponent. Yeah, now they get
now I know. Yeah.
yeah the ability goes through and then they swipe. So
Right,
it's like
right. So we can still basically steal from the graveyard and then
yeah,
kill
you have
them,
no
kill the
defense
minions.
against Nilfgaard.
Yeah.
You have none. There's not a
That
defense
was
against Nilfgaard.
that's a that it's a shame. I think that was a really good, valid strategy that you could build your deck around to counter Nilfgaard.
Yeah,
Um, and I'm kind of surprised they've made that change. You
I
know,
I,
the
I didn't see.
mm,
I don't see it. I don't see it. But they are wiser than I, and that's one of the only changes they've ever made that I was just like, oh man, shoot. Um,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we are here for the Passiflora. Very excited. We have most of the matches. Last time there was there's some technical issues, and we're still working through it. Eventually, we'll have spectator mode, and we'll be
Hmm.
able to do it. Like Hearthstone. I hate to say it, but. What decks do you think we're going to see today? If you had to guess.
Well, as I played in this tournament and perhaps played against some of the guys we're going to see, I think we're going to see some Nilfgaard. We're definitely going to see some. I would imagine we're going to see some crack on Cray and possibly a monsters deck or two.
Now you did really well. You did really well. You made it to the last day. What deck did you run?
So I ran Nilfgaard, and I ended up playing. Well, I won't spoil it, but I played someone we're going to see today on the second day. Yeah, I ran a Nilfgaard list, and the thing about so for those who aren't familiar, and perhaps we'll go over the rules of Passiflora in a minute, but it operates a sideboard format. So you basically pick one faction, and then you get 8 cards that you're allowed in a sideboard. And then after your first game, you're allowed to interact with your sideboard and switch cards out. So, like in football, they always say it's not the best team that wins; it's the guys who got the best squad, right? And in a way, I think Passiflora works are very much like it's about having the best squad because it's not just the cards that you play in the deck; it's actually having the substitutes that you can bring in when you lose a game and understanding the matchups and understanding what techs you need to be able to counter. So it really is a deck builder's dream, this format.
Oh, I like that. No, that's an absolutely outstanding analogy. I love that. That it reminds me. I've always liked the sideboarding of the Passiflora. It reminds me of old Magic, and maybe probably still new Magic, where you had
Mm,
sideboards and you can work them in.
mm.
So I think this format's brilliant. Syraxia. Oh, by the way, shout out to Syraxia. He has spearheaded this amazing tournament. And I guess before we go any further, speaking of Syraxia, he gave me a list of announcements that are very, very exciting for the community. So I thought I would read them. And
Mm.
actually, we're screen sharing, so you can read some of these too, right? Correct? We still synced up?
I can't see the end of
Okay.
these, so
Okay.
I'm gonna sit back and enjoy your best announcement voice. I want
I
you to
appreciate
put on
that.
your yeah. Are we going who it needs to be some sort of Witcher character? I want.
Oh,
Who can we go with?
oh, come on now. Look. I can barely
Give
speak
us
my own English. Somebody else's.
I've done Dandelion. Give us your best Eridan impression.
Oh
Come
my
on.
god, yeah, right. Well, so the next tournament will be hosted on the 1st of July. So for everybody that's out there, Passiflora, this is a big announcement. Hopefully this goes on YouTube. The next tournament will be hosted on the 1st of July. Signups will start on the 23rd of June and will close on the 30th along with the submissions for deck lists. Now, Saraxia is a mover and a shaker, an amazing guy. I can't tell you all the stuff he does behind the scenes, but it's amazing. One of the things he's done, he's worked with Gwentify, and they're gonna put the stuff, they're gonna put the decks on Gwentify, so you get a chance for double the recognition of your participation in this awesome tournament, the granddaddy of them all, as I call it. And then what he's done is what he's trying to do is he's trying to grow the Passiflora channel and the community. He's a big community-oriented guy. We had Gwen After Dark, still have that, although we're on hiatus as we find a new co-host. Codexel is having, he is starting his new career, so that's why we are looking for new co-hosts. But anyway, so starting on the week of the 19th, which is June 19th, the Passiflora team will host a gaming night for the community to band together in our Discord to get to know one another. So we have a Passiflora Discord. Come on in, join us if you're not a member already, but chances are if you play it, you are. We have a gaming night, so we play games like Rocket League, MMOs, RTSs, anything that anyone is willing to play. We'll get to know each other and kind of bond over this. So, kind of suggest a game. Maybe we play a game of Street Fighter. We take our frustrations on each other with our fists, or God knows what else. Um, we'll see what happens. Rocket League. I'm horrible at Rocket League, but that's just a side note. Heroes of the Storm. Who knows? Okay. Also, the week of the 19th, we'll be starting to host weekly show matches between Passiflora competitors, and these will be casted. So, kind of cool. Actually, really cool. So, for example, if you want to play BJ the Brave, for example, who did really well in the tournament, maybe he'll be a part of it. If you want to fight champions like Codexcel, and trust me, that's not fun because he is a brute. Um, Freddie Baves may take a part. I don't know who's going to be a part of it. We don't know. Former champions, casters. Maybe you get a chance to play me and beat me up. It's not that hard. So we'll have that. And finally, thank you, BJ, for sitting along all this. Uh,
You're doing
one,
a great job.
I appreciate that, powering through it. And this is just really cool stuff, so it makes it easy. But once it is possible to challenge friends on apparently my phone's ringing, so that's in the background. Once it is possible to challenge friends on both Xbox and PS4, the alarm's going off because it's excitement just raining down here. I'll wait for the alarm to go off. So, BJ, what do you think about the game night while my phone continues to ring in the background?
Well, I think people need to know where the Discord is. But it sounds like a fun idea. I mean, the thing is, the thing with Discord, and I'm not the most technical person. I mean, I'm from Yorkshire in the north of England. For those who know, we still drive about in horse and cart up here, so we're a little bit behind the times. But even I've managed to work Discord, and to be fair, it's really cool because you've got a lot of guys. The community's brilliant, and if you've got questions about certain deck lists, certain strategies, people are really willing to help you out. So that's all you can ask for, right, from a community. Super cool. No one's, no one being arsy on there. There's a lot of friendly guys. And actually, I quite like what Surex is saying there, because we're all gamers, right? So the idea that we can just play a bit of Street Fighter 2 or Rocket League or something, that sounds quite cool as well, actually. So
Yeah, I like it.
pretty.
So the alarm's gone off. Appreciate the help me there. Once it is possible to challenge friends on both the Xbox and PS4, because right now that is not possible, we will be hosting tournaments for players on these platforms as well. So the Passiflora is coming to the PS4 and coming to the Xbox One when it can soon. Trademark, right? We also announced the first Passiflora Championship Invitational, which will be hosted in September. Prizes and full dates to be announced close to that time. But then the announcement cuts off. But yeah, so it's hosted in September. So we'll have a championship invitational. More information about that coming soon. But I'm assuming it has to be based off of points, and a certain amount of players can go in. But I guess Sirax is still working through all the fine details of that. So what do you think about that? You might be invited. You did really good. You have some points yourself now, I believe.
Well, I'm gonna have to definitely put some more practice in if that's the case because it's really funny. I was saying to you, Sheep, before the stream, I was so focused on the Saturday and I didn't lose a game and I was going through, and then Sunday morning I woke up and I was like, oh God, you've got the final today, and I just totally bombed. So yeah, definitely gonna need a bit of practice for that. But it sounds really cool. So yeah, if you've not joined the tournament, guys, don't be intimidated by it. Just head on over, like I said, to the Discord and sign up on the was it the 21st that the sign up for the next one.
You would say that as I have closed. Yes, the 21st, and the deadline is the 30th.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Finally, all the dandelion face masks off, and we finally got the announcements out of the way. We got some news updates. Let us kick this puppy off. The sixth annual, the sixth monthly Passiflora. I've had an opportunity to do all six. I'm very proud of that. I'm pretty sure this might be the last one. So actually, he's probably tired of me by now. But here we go. The sixth one is the winners finals. So the two challengers that went through to this point undefeated, Logan and Dre P4 will fight here in the first winners final. What do you think? Did you play one of those two?
I did play Drapey 4. Yeah, he was the guy who knocked me out in the on the round before this. I think it was on the Sunday. Yeah, really good players. So as you said, these two were undefeated, and then we had a losers bracket, which kind of essentially forms the other semi-final, and then we'll go through to the grand final at the end.
As you can see here, we have switched to the game screen, and I will go ahead and put the games. Well, hopefully at some point. There we go. BJ, do you see the video?
I certainly can. Let's do it.
Perfectly. Okay, so if you notice on here, real quick, there's a new. I put a frame around the actual picture to set it off. I want to thank Coil Gaming and Sithis for doing that for me and letting me use it. I really appreciate it. I think it looks really beautiful and really classy. Thank you to Sithis and Coil Gaming for that. And so here we go. Without further ado, I promise, Game 1, the winner's final between Logan and Dre P4. And the cat in the background is an added bonus.
Very Witcher. I like how you've created the atmosphere perfectly.
So we
We
have
got Mask,
Nilfgaard
we got
versus
Cat.
Nilfgaard.
Oh,
Calvite,
here we go.
Calvite.
Here we go.
So what do you think? Over under both of them run golems or just one? Oh, well, we know one does.
Uh, so can we see? Hold up.
Do we lose Link?
No, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just wondering whether we can see the top part of the screen is all. Okay, so he's mulliganed away the golem as expected, and he's also got rid of the redraw card. What's her name? Ray or whatever.
Francilla
Yeah,
Vigo?
yeah. It looks like he's got rid of that, which is good because that means that means already he's thinking about being able to win round one. That card really is a bit of a dead card in round one. So pretty standard opener there.
Yeah, I mean, we're not surprised to see Calvite and the golems. It's like, what's her name in the Pips? Gladys Knight in the Pips. That's an old reference. I've dated myself. Moving on.
So really, now this is a really strong play actually. To play the spy like that because if you look at the score, he is 13 and 13-10, so he's still up even though he's played a spy. So it's a really good tempo turn. It means he's still winning. Your opponent's forced to play a card, and you're actually now a card. You've actually one card advantage because you played the spy. So really, really, really good, powerful player.
Yeah, it resets card advantage, doesn't it? It just goes ahead and just like says, okay, I'm up by 3 now, and I've reset the what I should be down because I went first. Now I'm up in card advantage. Now I have the impetus. Do you just go ahead and
Absolutely.
respond with the Calvite Golem, just right back at him with your? What do you think? Yeah, well, I guess so.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Ooh, well, he's gonna go. He's gonna go searching. He's gonna go searching. Gets the rod tosser. That is always good to get the rod tosser. Probably put on that first row to threaten those golems. Yeah, good pay by Dre.
There's very few counters as well to that play. The Nilfgaard guy, really, the only choice he's got here is to play the guy that clears Sky and adds +3, and so you can boost one of the threes and only lose two of them. But they generally don't play anything on their front row that's lower than that, so it's always a safe cow play to place that there and try and get those three for value.
Very interesting Siri turn as well. I mean, that's a pretty nice little Siri positioning right there because, I mean, if he doesn't have an answer for that cow, he's going to lose it anyway. He puts the impetus on the opponent to figure out what Dre's going to do. How would you respond here? Would you push or pass? Would you just let the Siri just go back, win the round? Or is he, you think Logan is trying to set up a win by hiding Siri?
It's too early to pass. Yeah, he's got oh, it's not good. Okay, he's got rid of that, and he draws Ragnarok. Okay, so the board is already set for Ragnarok, so I can see. Let's see whether he goes for that early or whether he um, tries to sort of tease out the mage from there. I can't actually see. Can you make the screen a little bit bigger, Sheaf? Just sorry, just to,
Yeah, let me press pause real quick and I'll have to reformat the screen
that's
on.
it. That's fine.
That's
Okay.
good.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let's see if the stream is still good. I think I got everything still on the stream. I don't hide the. Yeah, okay. I think we're good. We're good. You can see a little better
Yeah.
now.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Sorry about that, bud. Sorry about that, everybody watching. We're trying to work through it. Yeah. So I mean, so now it's really unfortunate if he uses his Nausicaa standard bearer here to which you said use that play to save some golems. Now we know that Dre has Ragnarok.
We know he's got a Ragnarok. it's going to be so cool when we get spectator mode and we can actually see both hands.
Yeah, that's a good
Okay,
pass. It sets up
so
Siri.
it's a very good pass. Yeah, it sets up Siri. He knew he was going to lose the golems, right? So fair enough. So but remember that Dre played his spy as well, so he's not too far behind. I think he's won that with one card down. Is that right?
He did. Yeah.
Yeah, so perfectly acceptable. Actually, it puts him in a really good place. Oh, and he
He
draws the
gets.
Siri as well. Oh my God, this is looking very good for Dre.
Yeah,
Very
you
good.
love to see Siri, especially if you go down in card advantage and you get Siri in the second round. That's probably one of the best feelings in Gwent. That's yeah. Could you say it's a Gwent-gasm? Too much? Too much. Yeah, okay, too much. You just go with Siri right here, right? Just put Siri out there.
Well, there's an argument to. It depends how deep he wants to play into the round. Because, see, one of the things I've found sometimes is by leading off with Siri is that it then get if they're playing shackles, for example,
Mm.
it can get. It's not the end of the world because you can just pass if you play shackles. In a way, it's kind of like you got the card anyway, right? Because you played one, he played a card to stop you. So, I don't know. I'm kind of. I would kind of. I would I would I would kind of play a bit deeper into the round, but because the thing is, he hasn't really used many of his spies yet either to thin his deck, and he's got the brigade in hand, so he can build a pretty valuable board himself here.
Yeah, I mean he does have a couple of emissaries, so he's ready to do some thinning on this round. And in Ragnarok, his hand looks really nice. Vanamar, he's got Peter, really good hand. There's the Nausicaa Brigade. That is interesting. That was an interesting play. What do you think he's going for there by throwing the Nausicaa Brigade out? A Standard Bearer, I should say.
I have literally no idea why he just did that. I I have
Me
I
either. I
have
was hoping you. I was like, that's next level stuff we didn't see. I think.
I mean because why has he just done that? Hmm.
Yeah, I would have expected a Rot Tosser to be honest. Maybe we don't know his hand, of course, so that could have been just what he has. But I don't.
The only reason for me for putting that guy on that row in the way is to protect your own brigades or your knights from rock tossers. But then why would you play it first, right?
Yeah,
So that's a little bit confusing. Um, I wonder whether he's running lots of ambassadors and he needs something to be able to boost it with the ambassador. That could be the play actually.
ooh. Ah, that
Oh,
is
well, it
not.
shouldn't have worked.
Yeah, that's not what he
Yeah,
wanted to see.
horrible when that happens.
That's a big roach. That's a big roach.
But it's actually, if you look at his card pool, he's got 9 cards left in his deck. What he should have had and what he's hoping to have is 8 cards left there. So, because what you want to do is obviously draw the roach because you play the gold, but what he's done there, he's actually drawn the roach as the pull from Joachim
So
from
it's
the
so he
spies.
got double hits. Yeah, that's a good point. So he
So,
got double the negative. Yeah.
so that's really bad for Logan.
I mean, really, Dre P has some really good cards. A lot of options. Do you just go ahead and use a Rod Tosser, put it in threaten Roach, or do you just put a Knight down?
Mm. The roach is you could threaten roach. I mean, it's very easily counterable, I would imagine.
Ragnarok?
Um,
Or just a pass? Really going with card? Wow. Okay.
because he's got even score and he's got Siri down. So now he's forced Logan to have to play another card. So he goes down to 10 cards each. And then obviously Dre gets the Siri back. So he's a card up, and Logan will have to play first the next round. So it's a very, very good pass.
Dre P really made a good call there. That's a really aggressive call. I see. I would have tried to lower his cards down a little more, but he just took it right off there and made him a really awkward play for Logan. That was a good play.
Merkel in the chat is saying still better than having a roach in hand. So when we were talking about that roach play, it's a good point. Like if he had it in hand, then obviously that's the worst case scenario. So it wasn't terrible. Both of these decks do a very good job at thinning their own deck. So
Yeah.
they're going to be able to have what we call reach, which is being able to essentially get any card they want from their deck. Because of the golden card, Menno as well, you'll be able to see the last 3 cards in your deck.
So the Imperial Brigade start off. Shout out to Mako. He's in the chat. House of Cards member, and good stuff. So what do you do? I guess Siri, right? You don't really have to do anything. There's no point in showing your hand, or do you just start the thinning, or just lay out Siri so that it gives him less to interact with on the opening draw? Maybe make it a little more awkward for him.
Yeah, he could do. I mean, there's many ways you could go with it at this point. I mean, how
Right.
many drop tosses has he got? He's got one, and he's still got one in his deck, right?
Yeah.
So he could use a rot tosser here and try and pull out some sort of anti-rot tosser defense, and then knowing he's got one more like towards the end of the game, the end of the round. But like you say, he could just yeah, he's going with that as well. Okay, so
A really great job by Dre P of thinning his deck. Look at what he has left. I mean, that's just beautiful. That is
yeah,
just a
this is classic
yeah. I
Nilfgaard.
mean, he has played it to a T.
Yeah, if you're wondering how to play Nilfgaard well, he plays Nilfgaard extremely well. As I say, he beat me with this deck, and one of the things I like about his Nilfgaard, you'll see a lot on the ladder. You see a lot of what's the guy who does 25 ends up at 25?
Oh, Tibor.
Yeah, T-ball. You see a lot of T-ball on ladder, and what I like about Dre's list is there is no T-ball. There's no crutch at the end, right? It's he just plays the cards really well. He's got good value cards in his golds. Um, so yeah, let's see. He's got the card advantage. This is looking pretty favorable to Dre at this stage, but you never know.
I haven't seen Logan play a rot tosser. Have you? I don't remember seeing a rot tosser come down from the other side.
Uh, no, he hasn't played a Rot Tosser yet. No.
I'm sure he has them. I mean, right? He's got to have them.
Well, maybe not because he's played an ambassador and he's playing these guys. So he could be going down. I noticed a few guys. Life coach recently wasn't playing him. And actually, in my Nilfgaard deck, I've dropped all but one of my Rot Tossers because most people are countering them. And I like to have one which I keep throwing back, and I use it literally the second to last card in the game, and it usually gets value. But other than that, early game it doesn't. And as you can see there, he played the what did he just play? The Brigade, the Nausicaa Brigade, which is actually guaranteed value. So it's essentially like 11 value bronze card because of your own scouts. So I think it's a meta call right now. I think cows have are slowly starting to be ditched in favor for that.
Okay, so this is interesting. So you have somebody that's sticking with the old standard of cows versus this new big points using your novices and hitting your ambassadors, right? Just kind of
Hmm.
thinning and buffing. And well, he's getting some Imperial Brigade value. Oh, here we go. So it's gonna. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna
I
be.
wonder if
Look at that card advantage he
hmm.
has, though. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that's gonna be. That's gonna be the deciding factor, I believe. And he still has Ragnarok.
It's going to be interesting to see whether Logan's playing Gigny. We know that Dre's not playing Gigny, but with both players having the brigades down on the board, something like a Gigny could be uh, quite decisive in this round.
Do you think Logan's probably
Obviously,
is playing Menno? Do you think he's playing Menno, the Spy Destroyer?
uh, nah, no one's playing that card, are they?
Yeah,
Is that a card?
I mean, I don't know. He doesn't really have
Oh,
any.
I don't. This is the semi-final of Passiflora. I mean, come on, let's not get too crazy.
A Seer drops down so he can shuffle Roach in. I'm sure one of the ones at least will be Roach. Maybe I shouldn't say I'm sure. No, I was wrong. That's why I'm not in the championship. See, 'cause I would have shuffled Roach in.
I see, and again, for those who are, looking at this and wanting to learn Nilfgaard, one thing to note is how both players have staggered their Imperial brigades.
Mm-hmm.
So they're playing around Scorch or Gigny, that kind of thing. Again, it's really important. Little key differences like that. The difference between when you play lower in ladder and you play against Nilfgaard players who are just getting used to the faction. They often make those mistakes, and it can be quite decisive, really, right?
Oh
You know,
yeah,
if you got three of those lined up and Gigny comes down, that's game, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know what Logan has. We can only see Dre P, but I am marveling his ability. The very tactical way he's look at his keep. Just keep a look at his keep always. He has shuffled back an ambassador so that his rain farm will get the ambassador to get a rot tosser. He is literally playing 3 moves ahead, setting up rain farm value. That's just, I mean, he's brilliant. I mean, that's brilliant play.
Absolutely. Okay, so now the series coming down, just draining the cards really, just playing it out. He's ahead on card advantage.
So he shovels
See,
his roach in. There you go. See, I know,
if
you know something. Dang it.
if Logan is playing T-Ball here, then Dre's going to end up with three cards to play at the end.
Yeah.
It's I just don't know how. I don't know what's he going to do here.
The Nausicaa Brigade, maybe? More thinning with the Vicavaro? I mean, I don't know. And also, we're going to see. Look at the value of Vanhamar right now. That's a 19-point card in his hand. He has a 19-point hammer in hand right now. That's just nice to have. Now, I'm also sure that Logan has Vanhamar too, so we'll see dueling Vanhamars.
Well, possibly, but the question you've always got to ask yourself is if you Vanna, then you haven't got clear skies in hand. Okay, he has got the standard bearer that can
Ah,
clear one row.
great point.
The, but the thing is, of course, they've all got, but both players have got cards on all rows. So clear skies is quite valuable here. And they've still got what 6, 7 cards left each. So if you play your Vanna here and then they play Ragnarok, you pretty much lost the game at that point because you
You're
can't
right.
clear it.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Good call. And Siri comes down after he shuffled in Roach with a Seer. I'm sure I'm butchering her name. There's probably people that are in the chat that their ears are bleeding. Like what? It makes sense. So I mean, this is really great. I mean, we know he has Ragnar. We know what Dre has, and he's playing it beautifully. Does he Vicavaro here? Obviously, he doesn't want to play Peter until those brigades go higher to get max value out of them. But does he go Vicavaro? Does he drop Ragnarok? Ragnarok is the play.
I think it's
Ragnarok is
ragtime
Ragnarok is
because
life.
he's also setting up his own Vermeer to a degree here because like you just said like okay so here comes the defense with defensive Vermeer. Now he can use his Vermeer if he wants to put Frost down or he could go for the 18-point play.
Yeah,
He's got a lot of options. Dre's in a very powerful position here. We don't know what Logan's last three cards are, but we do know that Dre has 5 cards in hand, and he's in a very powerful position.
yeah, that we do.
I mean, quite literally, Dre just needs to wait for Vanna here, and then he can play Ragnarok.
Yeah, and at the very end, he can just simply play Rain Farm into an Ambassador, into a Rod Tosser, and
Mm,
and Logan won't have any answer to that. I mean, he's not going to
mm.
get
I
significant
mean,
value, but
I think Dre's gonna like, Dre's just gonna hold his mage here. I think because yeah, Dre's gonna hold his mage as the just that insurance against a Ragnarok.
hmm
That's kind of the only thing that could go bad for him here. So he's just gonna hold it because he knows that at the end of the game he can then hit him with the tremors anyway, right? So
yep.
he's in such a powerful position. I imagine that the Varmir and Peter will be the last cards that he'll play.
He's
Um,
playing this so beautifully, just absolutely beautifully.
he is. Oh, look at this! Look at this! What we said earlier. Look at this Gigny. If he had Gigny here.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, it would be a 30-point. That'd be pretty nice. Oh, there we have a Rod Tosser sighting. We
Oh,
have
okay.
cows. We have
Oh,
cows.
that's a valuable one as
It
well. But
is.
obviously he's got Peter, but he doesn't need to play Peter yet. He can wait a turn and then he can Peter.
We could also go.
So
I think he has a brigade on. In he could just Vicavaro. He's looking to see if he has one of those. Yeah, a night killer, but he doesn't. A cow killer, I should say. But
oh yeah, of course, yeah. Oh, he hasn't got one though. No.
but he can still pump it up, so it eats a 4. So he still gets that. So he does kind of stymie the cow with the horse. It's like old McDonald's farm up in here.
Okay, so he's got one more round before he's got to deal with that cow. Which obviously he can just by playing Peter, he can just sort of
I love
pop.
I love seeing this action. I love seeing this high level play. Oh, we
Oh, there's
see
the T-ball.
Tybor. There it is,
So,
Tybor.
so that's he's going to have that 3 card advantage. So this, okay, he is currently 33 points down. Now just watch this,
Yeah.
guys, and this is why card advantage is so big in this game.
Right.
You're basically it's like playing chess. If you were
hmm
playing chess, imagine playing chess, and your opponent told you what his next 3 moves were going to be, right? So you knew what the next 3 moves were going to be. Like, how are you going to lose that game, right? So, um, that's kind of the situation that he's in here, and he's going to need a miracle, Logan, at this point to win this round. To be honest.
Yeah. I think, yeah, yeah, exactly. You would think it's crazy. People that are watching this, like 33 points, there's only three cards, and they only total up in hand to 15. But you're going to see some serious
Oh,
points flying.
it's, it's about to get crazy. What is his last card then? What is Logan's last card? I think it is a gold.
Could it be Bork? Could it be Bork?
Bork's rubbish at this stage, isn't it? It could be
Yeah,
Gigny.
yeah. I mean, well, we're
Oh, of course, right. Yeah,
now.
of
What do you
course.
what
Yeah,
do you draw?
we forgot about Cat here, didn't we?
Oh, he drops the hammer.
Oh, he's gonna hit him with. Okay, so he's gonna put some distance. He's gonna put some distance here.
Yeah,
He's really
48
putting some
points.
distance here.
48 points of
Wow,
distance.
that is pretty damn big. So he might have. You know what? Logan might have done this.
Yeah, it's going to be really close.
So he's got 18. So he's got 19 from Vermeer. He's got Peter is going to put down. He's going to drop one of those brigades, right? So he's going
Yeah.
to drop it to 3. So you're talking 9, 15
15,
value from
yeah.
Peter. So that's 34 value, and then you've got is Roach back in the deck?
No, he didn't shuffle Roach back in the deck. He went with the emissary, and the something else, Rot Tosser, I think. If he plays Rot Tosser here, he can get what 6, 11 value. It's gonna be really close. Oh,
Ah, okay. So he's
one,
going to go
two,
into Poss
three,
instead.
four,
3,
five,
6, 7,
six.
8. Because he's going to get 24 value from that now, plus the 3 body.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a better play. I just don't know what's Ryan Farm going to draw. He can't draw anything.
Yeah, no, he
He's,
can't.
he's only got 2 rock tossers left in his deck. We can see from the tracker.
So he might have.
So, oh, and what?
Wait,
Oh, okay.
it just didn't show up. It just didn't show up.
That just didn't show on the tracker, did it? So the tracker confused. Okay, in that case, he's done it now, and he's
Yeah,
drawn the rock tosser as well. So he kills a 4. Um,
A hidden Yokeem will
oh,
always win the game
does
for you.
he? Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
because now
he got it.
now he's punishes. He punishes one of these. Here we go. Woo! Wow.
That's a
Okay.
game.
Wow.
That's a game.
Mate, respect to Logan because we counted him out there, and actually he put up a hell of a score at the end of the board. And if you'd not seen that Frost play, obviously we didn't realise Joachim was in the deck, which is quite big. But wow, what a first game! What a first game to kick it off.
Yeah, that's how you
So
start it. Yeah.
so what we might see now, and I'm not sure, is we might see him. Are we going to see the sideboard in at all from Dre?
I
Or is that in there or
don't.
not?
That was it. Yeah, I don't think he. Let's see. We'll play it to the end of the video. I don't think he. I don't know.
No.
I didn't. I don't watch these like to. No, we won't.
Okay.
Okay, so
On
we'll
to the next one.
cue this one up. Hopefully it comes on. We have a little bit of technical difficulties here. Hold on. Gonna queue it up here. But so, what do you think of that for that first game? How about that? That's Nilfgaard played to perfection, really on both sides. I mean, it was touch and go there. What would you sideboard?
Well, well, you sort of saw that. You saw what was interesting about that was you saw the two kind of different approaches that you see on ladder, right? So you see the T-ball approach, which is you just build that massive value, and even though you go a few cards down at the end, the amount of power you've got on board is just insurpassable for most decks to deal with. And then you saw the other side, which was Dre P4, right from the start, was really thinking about card advantage. And obviously, he got that card advantage. He got 3 or 4 cards that he played at the end of the game. So he was able to see what his opponent had on the board and what he needed to do to respond. And it all ended up being actually very, very close. So, just take which one suits you, I guess.
Right. Sorry, I'm setting it up. Apologize. Yeah, I thought that was
So,
a
so,
amazing match.
so while Sheaf is just sorting this out, so guys, each player now has a sideboard, and in that sideboard, they've sent to the tournament organizers 8 alternative cards. They can be any order. They could be 8 gold cards if they want. And in between each match now, they're able to basically swap out as many cards as they want from their main deck with their sideboard. Okay, so look out in the second game to try and see if we spot any new cards that we didn't see played there. Maybe Logan might have dropped T-Bar, for example, or someone might have added in Gigny because Gigny is actually quite good against Nilfgaard. Um, yeah, if you're struggling with Nilfgaard on ladder, by the way, guys, Gigny is a very good. He's a very good counter against Nilfgaard. So let's see.
Yeah,
Let's
we.
see what changes they make. You would think the onus is on Logan to make the changes, um, but then again, the game was very close. So
All right, we are cute. Thank you so much, BJ, for taking that. I appreciate it. Maybe a little bit of a judder between frames. I think I'll switch it. I'll figure it out as we go. But here's game two. I cannot wait to see this game. Um, this is going to be great. This is going to be. We don't know what they picked. We don't know what they sideboarded, but we're going to see a heck of a game. Nilfgaard versus Nilfgaard, game two, and it's the best of three series. I don't know if we mentioned that. So if um, Dre wins, he moves on to the championship, and Logan will go to a semifinal match to fight to go back to the championship. So here we go. Calvite versus Calvite.
oh man, seriously learning a lot from watching these games. It's really, really good, really high level play. Let's see. I'm trying to look out to see if I notice any different hands as well. So he needs to get rid of that golem.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah, he
Roach.
needs to
We
get rid
know.
of
Yeah,
Roach,
we know
but
Roach.
he might,
We know
but he
Roach.
might not do it now. No, he's going to do it now. Yeah, okay, he's going to do it now, and he's probably going to get rid of a rock tosser, I would imagine. But let's see.
Get rid of a rod tosser so he can find it. We don't need two. Yeah, so you can find it with an emissary.
Yeah, um, your rock tossers are generally better in the later rounds. Um, although against Nilfgaard, actually, like we said, having one is can be decent against that front row. But generally, your opponents have some way of dealing with the rock tossers. But when you get towards the end of the game, when your opponent only has two or three cards, they've generally spent a lot of those counters. So rock tossers become very valuable toward the end of the game.
That's the standard opening play. If you played Gwent, you've seen that against. That's the standard 19-point Calvite Golem Brigade opening. Trademark.
There is. Okay, so I don't. We got Dexter Mullen in the chat saying that he doesn't have sound. Who versus who? So we have got Logan versus Dre P4. There we go.
Do we need to pause? Is something wrong with us? We don't have sound, or
No. We don't
okay,
need to pause it.
okay, sorry. I didn't know if we were messed up or.
No, we're good.
I'm getting better at the technical side, but I'm not perfect. Trust me. I still. So you think Rod Tosser here in the first rows put some pressure on the golems, or just his own Calvite Golem Brigade,
Yeah, I think pressuring those golems with the rock tosser is a pretty good play here.
or just an Imperial
He's
Brigade?
all,
Yeah, he's in no hurry.
I think against Nilfgaard playing the brigade is okay because the Nilfgaard lists at the minute don't tend to run things like um, lightning. But against other decks, it can be a bit risky because they can remove that, and you want to really play it once you've got a spy down on the board and
Yeah,
get a bigger body.
it's a great point.
So
I think
I
we
think he's okay.
I think we see the cow here. Yeah, I think we see the cow. He's thinking about it. We
Yeah,
have
I think he's
cow.
going to cow into the leader card probably.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think we see a standard bearer drop, or maybe he's in no rush to drop a standard bearer counter. He probably can just set up something else. Maybe a Vicavaro novice, if I'm guessing his play. What are we gonna do when we can actually see both hands? Cow answered with cow. A lot of beef on the board right now. Yeah, I did it. I said it. I went with it.
So Logan's got to be also thinking like in the last game he lost round one, right? So I wonder whether we're going to see a slightly different approach from Logan this game and see him going a little bit harder
You think there is
to
a
win.
different? I mean, he had a huge. He was pretty much powering him the whole time until he just lost card advantage, and then it just spiraled down for him. I think that roach that he drew really hurt, and then from there it just went downhill.
Mm.
So Calvite here, or he doesn't? Yeah, Calvite. I really like watching Dre. It's the first time I've seen him play, and I just made a rhyme. But I like him. He's very measured, very tactical. He's not in a rush. You can tell there's a lot
Oh,
of thought.
he's got the rain. Is he going to take the rain farm into Cantarella play? Yes. Great play here. One of the best moves you can pull in this Nilfgaard deck. Oh, he's running out of time. So he plays Rain Farm, which draws Roach because he's a gold card, and then he plays Cancerella.
That's
Doesn't
brilliant.
want that card. Oh my god. Oh, he got the card anyway. How did that happen? So, guys, that happened very quick, right? But what you've got to think is what he's essentially done is he's just played Rain Farm, which is 6 power. He's drawn Roach, so he's put 11 power down on his board, and he's put 10 power down on his opponent's board through Cantrella. But he gained a card advantage. So he actually it's I think that's one of the most powerful players in the meta right now because you go ahead of your opponent and you draw a card. It's insane. It's such an insane. Your opponent has to play again to beat you, and then he falls another card behind, and so you could just pass. And that's why Rain Farm is in most of these top meta decks, along with Cancerella.
That's a great point. And once again, Dre has masterfully played it to where he is up. Look at the card advantage already, and he has Siri in hand for next round.
That's it.
He's a maestro right now. He is in the zone,
Mm.
loving it.
So see, so what I will often do is I will actually mulligan Cantrella away because I want to play Cantrella with Rain Farm, just to get that combo.
Now he's letting that cow go through. That's 10 points of damage he's eating. Not too concerned with it. So you pass here. You have to pass as Logan, right? I mean, or if you have Cantrella, play Cantrella. Yeah, okay, yeah. Obviously pass or Cantrella if you had Cantrella. It's just a good call there. So he's fighting back for card advantage, but he's still not in a great position. He can't. Well, I mean, Nilfgaardian Knight maybe. I mean, he doesn't want to play Siri. Siri, his opponent will just pass. Nilfgaardian Knight.
Mm. Um,
Rag. Do you drop Rag this early? Round round one.
Rag is good. Round one, absolutely. Question is, does he want to do it now? He gets him 9 points, which puts his opponent down to 53.
He just yeah. So Nilfgaardian Knight.
Sorry,
Yeah.
50, 55 even.
Wow. So he's
Okay.
up by one. Nilfgaardian Knight
Hmm.
value.
Yeah.
And there comes the I love the novice, and I also love the animated version. There goes some thinning. There's some points. Does it end with an ambassador? No, he's gonna pull all his novices, thinning his deck down. Look at that thin. Look at the thin potential. Logan showing why he's in the finals of winter side.
So Dre is not actually running He's not running those, is he?
No,
The Vicar novices. He's not running
no.
them. Yeah,
Well,
there's a couple of different.
no, he
There's a
did.
few different builds.
No, he doesn't. No, because he played one last round, but I think he mediced it, so I don't think he runs it
Oh,
in his list. Yeah.
mm.
So what do you do here? So do you drop the Van Hammer, the Van Hamar hammer? Do you hit Joaquin? Joaquin might be a good play. You might get Peter out of it. Oh, yeah,
No,
Peter.
you need to be saving him really for late game. Um, I mean, you see, I don't know whether I would have Ragnarok last turn, because if he'd have done it last turn, he would have actually gone ahead. Whereas this turn, he played the knight, and now if he Ragnarok's here, he's not actually ahead.
Right, Ragnar would be a waste right now. It wouldn't do anything.
It's not a waste, but if Logan was to pass, he does lose.
Drops the Van Hammer. Drops the Van Hammer, and he's up by
Right,
4.
right, okay. So he's got to hope that Logan doesn't play Rag. We didn't see Ragnarok from Logan in the last round.
This looks to me. I'm smelling a almost all in round from both competitors here. I think they're gonna. This one's gonna go
Okay,
to.
this could be Rag. This could be a Rag turn.
Yeah, this would be. I mean, this if not now, when because
I
it'll
wonder
put him
whether
down to
he's.
65. Even if he clears it, when he clears it, it's still at 65. Then he would play a Van Hamar himself, which would make it even. They'd be even points. If it's
Hmm,
Rag, I mean, if he plays Rag, then he counters it with Van to be 68 all.
hmm.
Interesting,
So, Rag puts him down to 65. So he'd be 3 points ahead. Dre would be 3 points ahead if he rags now. And
right?
then obviously, he, if he pulls out the Vanna here, he's still
It'd be tied.
even.
Yeah, they'd be tied. Yeah, 68, 68. That's
Then he could even pass, and he'd have insane card advantage. I wonder if that's the player. I wonder if that's the player. So he's played the rag. Okay, boom, there he goes. I love the animation on
oh yeah,
there.
animation's just ridiculous. It's got to be Van Hamar. You're left, or it's Van Hamar or pass because you sense that you're gonna be put in a significant pass. Yeah, I think he sensed the card advantage trap from the first game and did not want to play that. But it doesn't matter because again, Dre P has Siri in hand, so he's gonna get it next round anyway.
True,
Crazy,
true.
crazy. Yeah, he's playing another level right now. He is. Oh, he does have one. He does have a brigade. Standard bear. I keep on saying brigade. Standard bear.
So what's he going to mulligan back now? Because he's locked. He might want to keep the standard bearer. Yeah, he might want to keep the standard bearer because he's used Vermeer.
Right.
Although he can always put Vermeer back in his deck here with. I always forget her name. That's a 10
A
value
seer.
card.
Well, it's
Asir. Yeah,
Assire. I don't know how you pronounce it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Asir is really powerful here because he's only got 5 cards in his deck. The only problem is he hasn't actually got Kahir, and Kahir is the gold that lets him dig to the bottom of his deck. So that might not be a play. So he's going to drop the series straight away. I wonder whether he's just going to hard pass after series here.
I guess it probably depends on what his opponent comes up with. If he's ahead on points, most definitely he's passing.
You see, if he thinks that
Oh, he's
Logan is
passing.
keeping, is he going to pass?
Oh, he's got to. I mean, he's up points. This is no better time.
Yeah, that's a very good. That is a very good pass. That's a very good pass. The only thing is, right, if he thinks that Logan is running T-Ball again, because
Mm,
he's won the first round, a really good tactic against T-Ball is to just now when he's win the first round and then just play out all the cards in round two because it forces him to play T-Ball in round two, which you don't care about losing anyway, and then you get the extra card advantage from T-Ball going into the final round.
good point. That's a good point. I think he's gonna pass. I just don't. I just don't. Well, no. He said, you know what? I'm in the finals. You're not. He's gonna
Well,
play.
it's very tempting to pass, but I think he's playing. So I think he's gambling on his opponent on Logan playing T-Bar again. That's what I think's happening here. We'll see.
So bait out T-Bor in round two, so he's not there in round three.
Absolutely, because he's already
Yep.
got.
Yep.
If he can stay ahead, he can force Logan to play that if Logan's got it in hand. Has he got? Yeah, he's got 2 rock tossers. He put the rock tossers back, so he would draw a bronze from T-Bar, so that's good.
Okay. So he's searching. He's thinning and searching, getting the medic. Probably to get a rot tosser, I would imagine. Or no, I guess at this point a brigade. Oh, another one. Just keep on thinning.
Or we could take the knight. Mind you, actually, he's better off taking the. Oh no, he's just going to keep thinning. Yeah, just going to keep thinning. And
Mm.
here's the ambassador.
Sets up a nice brigade. A nice what 14 point brigade if he puts it down.
Well, he's also set up Peter for Dre.
Yeah.
The Peter count is now on.
Yeah, he does. Does he pass here now? Now he's. I guess at this point he's committed to the pull out T-War strategy, or does he just let this win?
Well, the thing is, it makes me the way that Logan just played that hand really makes me think he hasn't got T-Bar in hand because he just thinned maximum thinning there, so that maybe he's looking to draw into T-Bar.
Mm. So he
I don't
passes.
know.
Yeah, he passes.
It's very interesting.
It's a great pass. Again, forces him to go one card under. Siri comes back, so he's 2 cards under, and he'll go first. So he's 2.5 cards under already going in round three. That's rough. That's rough. Yeah, that's rough. You don't want to use your Peter like that. You want to save your Peter when he's uh, stronger. There's just silence. There's just awkward silence on the Peter play. We'll just move past it. Push past it as adults. All right, so he's gonna drop He's gonna drop something
Oh
because he
wow,
wants to
he's doing
get.
it again. Look, see, this is what he's now got two card advantage. So again, if
Yeah,
Logan's playing T-Ball, this could be over, folks. This could be our first grand finalist. But let's not write him off just yet.
he's gonna search for Kahir. Oh, he wanted to get Kahir, but he
Oh,
didn't
is he
get him.
gonna? I don't think he can get rid of. Oh, he's done it. He's got rid of the standard bearer. This is going to be interesting because has Logan hasn't played his mage yet, man here.
Right.
So he's got no defense to weather. Absolutely
Mm.
no defense. Although,
Well, he can.
hmm,
He knows he's gonna get it with Joachim. He's gonna get the standard bear with Joachim. So and he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it pumped up. So I guess that's why he kicked it back. Joachim's gonna pull the standard bearer at a nine at a I think a 16, and then plus
hmm.
4. So he made the standard bearer by dropping him 20 points. That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous play. In other words,
Oh no.
yeah,
As Rain Farm just played Joachim, and Joachim didn't pull anything.
looks so. Looks like
Oh
that's
boy,
the case.
that is not good. That is not good. I mean, that is pretty, and that's the problem with the Nilfgaard. You've really got to. It's great that you thin your deck so much, but obviously he's thinned his deck so much that he's miscalculated there. He's just basically played a gold
For one.
for one
Yeah,
power.
yeah.
Um,
Shuffles in Roach. Shuffles in a Rot Tosser. This one, it looks like it's all over but the crying at this point. I don't see, I don't see Logan pulling this one out. He just passed. Yeah. I think that 1 point gold was enough to just deflate him to a point where it's like there's no point in continuing that point. And there we
he's
go.
just too far behind now with the
Yeah.
with the cards and the Joachim pulling nothing. I mean, that's just terrible. So there we have it, folks. So we got our first grand finalist. Well done to JP4 and to Logan, but a really good match. And if you are a Nilfgaard enthusiast and you're wanting to learn the faction, that was a really good couple of games to learn from.
Definitely. That was and Drapey, both of them really super impressive. With what they did, how they're able to sidestep it. Drapey forward, calculating, just really a master of the Nilfgaard, and that's who you lost to. So there's no, you see that he's going to the final. So at least he'll finish. The worst he can do now is finish in second. So now we go to Drapey
Thank you.
four. Yeah,
I feel better about
you
myself.
should. He's awesome.
I feel a
S-
bit silly about all the crying I've been doing for the last two nights, but hey, yo, yeah, let's move on. Let's move.
the, yeah, well, you lost to a beast, so you should feel
I
good.
did. I did.
Okay, so now we go to the losers final. Thank you all for sticking with us. We are rolling through. I'm going to go ahead and plug this one in so we can get this going. And you see that it's much faster. Each time it gets a little bit better to the point where I look like I know what I'm doing, but I don't. All right, that's actually good enough. There, good enough. Close horseshoes and hand grenades. Okay, so the losers final is going to be Dreads 17 versus Datapunked. And Datapunked, I have had the privilege of casting before on other tournaments. A very good player. So this should be very interesting. Any guesses of what two decks we're going to see? Is it going to be another Nilfgaard Mirror?
Well, I should know because Dadapunk knocked me out of the loser bracket. So after I lost to JP4 in the winners bracket, I then lost to Dadapunk in the losers bracket, and Dadapunk, I
Okay.
believe, is using monsters. So yeah, so really cool. It's a really cool deck, and it's a really the deck that you're about to see is on Gwent DB, and it is. In fact, I will find it. Um, but it is a really powerful deck, and it's quite a fun. It's quite a different deck.
And as you say
So,
that, he is running Skellige.
oh,
So, yeah, he's running
oh,
Skellige.
maybe it wasn't who I'm thinking of.
So we saw Nilfgaard mirror in the first in the winners final, and in the losers final we see a Skellige croc mirror. It's two cracks
Okay,
with
there
a
you go.
thunderbolt potion. Now that is new for me. I have not seen a croc with a thunderbolt before.
Ignore everything I'm saying. I'm just here to commentate.
So he
Might
go, so
might
we
have done.
have Datapunk is running Olgierd and I'm sure Morgvarg. Yeah, Morgvarg. There we go. This looks like a pretty standard. We have Gigny, a Gigny sighting. Gigny, but not Coral. That's very interesting. As I'm looking at his list here, I played Skellige a lot, so I'm feeling a little more at home. Skellige, Coral instead of Gigny. Interesting. Gigny instead of Coral. Two, both running Olgierd, and here comes Morky Mork.
Yeah, I think one of the interesting things in this build is to look at what gold cards they play because the gold cards aren't actually essential to this deck type. So you do see a lot of variation. I've watched quite a few top players stream this deck, and they all tend to run different golds. I don't think there's much point in playing Coral and Gigny together because
Oh, definitely not.
essentially if you get a high powered line, right, you either want to Gigny it or you want to Coral it down. You might not get the opportunity to play both. And of course, Coral and Gigny are only 4 power themselves, so they're not exactly adding a lot to your board. So he's gone with Gigny, and I think Gigny's a good choice right now. He's also gone Trish, Ragnarok, and
Very
Wild Boar
aggressive
for 6.
pass. Datapunk with a very, very aggressive pass,
Wow,
putting
yeah.
himself way up in card advantage. Really strong pass. Datapunk setting a message.
Yeah, 2 cards up. Obviously, it does mean that Deeds can play Siri
Ooh.
or Spies this round, but let's see if he's got them.
And he got the
Oh,
Wild
big
Boar of the
draw.
Sea.
Big,
Yeah.
big draw, Wild Boar. So he's going to be able to.
Yeah, he quickly accepts that draw. He's like, I don't need to mulligan. I'm good. He doesn't get a second Shield Maiden. He got really lucky there. Gets a Wild Boar, feeling great. Wild Boar, Wild Boar.
This is going to force an early pass, I think. Oh, they both got Wild Boar, yeah. Okay.
This is interesting. So we have a Wild Boar. We have a lock. A lock. He locks the boar. Interesting. Are we a little unsynced? Are we behind?
Are we?
I don't know. Are you? You just played Cleaver. Did you see Cleaver on your screen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, we're
There's
good.
a little bit of lag to the Twitch, but that's standard. So, um, yeah. So he's a lot. So we've got already two. So he's 2 cards up, isn't he? But he obviously needs to win this round. But he stayed ahead. So in this situation where Datapunkt is obviously ahead on cards, the key thing he's looking to do because he's not in control because his opponent can make him play as many cards as he wants, right? Because Datapunk has to win the round. So what Datapunk's looking to do, obviously, is just stay ahead on the actual board. If he can stay ahead on the board, he doesn't fall behind. He doesn't lose his card advantage that he worked so hard for in round one.
I'm sure Datapunk is feeling the frustration of having his Wild Boar of the Sea first shackled, and then he clears it to unlock it, and then it gets Donard back. He's getting some frustration over his boar, although still feels pretty good. And there are the girls. This is such a huge swing whenever they hit the field of momentum, but he can answer it.
Yeah, yeah, he's got his own. Oh, so he did have a bear. Okay, so he plays the bear.
He's got to feel pretty good. He looks like he's in a pretty strong position. He has that scorch set up right on Old Gear to put the hammer down.
Yeah.
Mork finally hits the board in round two.
Hmm. Now that all the locks are out of the way.
And there
And this
comes
is quite a
System.
common thing. We're seeing it. We're seeing a lot of players running one, sometimes two Thunderbolt potions, just to help give Skellige because they sort of slow build right between the ships. They sort of slow build, and sometimes you just need to sort of get that power on the board. So 12 power immediately is pretty strong.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. Yeah, that's a very good play. Datapunk, of course, I mean, he's number, what, top 100 in the world, so he obviously knows what he's doing. Um, Dreads
Okay,
is
so
really staying in this a lot longer than I thought he would have.
well, he's past there where he's ahead, but obviously he's got the answer. Boom, there's the Gigny, so he can do it in 1 card.
He,
So we're going to go into So we're going to go into the final round with Datapunk still keeping that 1 card advantage.
and it's important to know that Datapunk is going to go first. He's going to put that bear down immediately. So he tries to counter Priestess of Freya pulls from his opponent. So the bear will be first. The first thing he's going to put down. I promise you, because he's got to stop Priestess of Freya from happening if he can. Of course, Siegfrieda you can't do anything about, but there comes the bear. It's definitely the counter you got to have in a mirror match to stop those priestesses from coming. Although with the current nerf, the bears are useless, and I'm crying, not quietly.
Ooh,
Ragnarok, the big.
Ragnarok, where he's got the perfect answer.
This is gonna be interesting to see what he has in his hand because it looks like to me. I think um, Datapunk should win this one.
And as he just alluded to in the chat, he had no idea what he was doing. So if he does win, we know it was pure luck.
I doubt that. There comes a shield main.
His win's not mine.
Yeah, yeah. Shield main. There's gotta be shield. Oh no, he's gonna wait because he doesn't. He's no need to hurry. Or there comes a shield main. He's gonna drop. He's gonna drop that hunter down.
Oh wow!
Put
There's
the
that
little hammer.
swing.
Oh, the swing is so nice. Oh, wait. Why was only two? Does he only play two?
Really powerful play, by the way, just to save the decoy to last, or Sig, or the mage in Skellige.
15
Uh,
points is not that difficult to get, depending on what he has in his graveyard. He doesn't have it. He has 10. Oh well. Oh,
no,
he's gonna
he's
do
got it.
the he can do the bear blood curdling roar, of course. Which
Yeah,
puts
and you
more
do it
for
on Morcar, which
brilliant
brings them back at
play,
full.
brilliant
Really
play. Wait, great job,
absolutely
Data
fantastic.
Punk on that play. That was brilliant,
Well, Data
brilliant
Punk,
play.
I would have to say that for somebody who didn't know what he was doing, that was one of the
Right?
sort of best random plays that you could have made. And all the combinations that
Yeah,
you were
top
showing.
100 in the world. He's just guessing. Luck. That was a great play. Now I'm curious. Did he only run two shield maidens? That's interesting. I don't know if I missed one somewhere. So we get to see a sideboard here of this.
Oh, cool. So we're going to see. So as you can see now, so he will have a separate sideboard. He'll be looking at that on his other screen. And now what he's going to do in his main deck, he's going to basically switch out anything from one to, oh, actually from 0 to 8 cards. He can change.
Now I bet you he puts another bear in. That's the first thing I would put in a mirror, so that you make sure that you limit the other priestesses. So I'm sure we're going to see three bears, and probably without Goldilocks. Yeah. Again, sometimes you got to take the cheap shots. They're not good. Somebody's got to do it. Blood curdling roar for bear would be a good change, I think. Now again, he's obviously top 100, so he would know more than I. But just in a mirror match, I would think that that's something you want to counter.
It's interesting. What's he putting in? So again,
Ah, a healer.
okay. So yeah, that makes sense because you're taking damage over time from the bears.
A healer. When a healer comes along. So interesting. Is he going to swap Coral in? Because he knows he's stacking that front row with Old Geared and Morkvark. You could get some good Coral value. Is he going to go Bear? I still think we see another Bear. Of course, I am very biased for Bears, so I would probably say that in any situation. Definitely three Brockvar Hunters. That's not going to change. There's the three Shield Maidens. I wonder why one didn't come. I probably missed it.
Hmm.
I probably missed it. Is he going to go for a Shackles? Shackles might be good to lock his Wild Boar to see like he got locked in the previous match. The mind
Yeah,
wanders.
he learned from his opponent.
Yeah, dropping the off. Doesn't want to drop the offense. He didn't see a lot of weather. Yeah, so I mean, he didn't see. Of course, your opponent probably runs a Ragnarok. So he drops the weather. It drops the clear skies. Excuse me. Puts in a shackles and puts in a healer for weather. Interesting.
Rest in peace, Bear.
Rest
Rest
in
in
peace.
peace.
Oh, the bear, man. I'm so disappointed. I just can't even. I didn't want to talk about it. Emotional. All
You
right,
just
so we
want to
go
go to
to.
bed and cry a
I do.
couple
I
of
cried
days.
after that stream. I literally couldn't. I'm still not over it emotionally. So if Datapunk wins this, he will go to the semifinal match and
No,
play
no,
Logan.
he'll go to the final, won't he?
No, this is the losers final. So the winner of this plays Logan to go to the finals.
Oh, he got
So
it.
Datapunk is one step away. Dreads now has to do a comeback. He gets the shackles that he put in his deck. That's always feels good, man. Gets the Gigny. He's gonna drop Morky Mork. There's a bear. He's got two bears in
Yep.
hand.
So you never want to keep Olgierd and Morgvark because
Right.
obviously Crack is going to pull one. Some
Mm-hmm.
people play what's it called? It's the silver card. ASD is it? The one that pulls the highest.
Operator.
No, the one that pulls the highest card in your deck.
Oh, Alzur's double cross.
Yeah, ADC. Yeah, yeah. Some people play that, but I don't think we've seen that in these decks.
No, I don't. I didn't. Well, he is running it. Look, I do see it on this deck list. I don't remember seeing it on the, but I see
Ah,
Alzur's
right.
double ADC. Yeah. Okay, so he brings out. We have double old Geards.
Now comes the big fella.
Yeah, here comes the Mork Bard, the Morky Mork.
Now obviously, because the bear went down early for deeds, basically means that the the shield maidens they're activated, right? So they can get value and get all three of them on the board. It's just another role that the bear plays for the Skellige deck here.
I love Data Punk how his passes. His passes are on point, man. His passes. He senses some. Oh, when he gets the lock for it, uh, Siegfrieda will take the lock off. I don't think he's that concerned, but he's not happy, as he says so on the actual chat. But a very aggressive, again, a very good aggressive pass by Datapunk. This time, unfortunately, Deeds made him pay for it a little bit. But you can never assume that somebody has Donner. Oh, that's got to be frustrating.
Oh god, he's drawn both of them.
That's not.
Yeah.
He's not feeling good. If he was playing poker right now, on a side note, he would have two sets of three of a kind, and he'd be feeling really good. He'd actually have a full house with two bears and three hunters. Okay, well, I'm trying to make it feel better for Data Punks, which I'm sure is not helping him at all. It's a nice poker hand. I mean, he could just cash it in. We have some conversation. He locks the bear.
Locks the bear. Yeah. Okay. He's good. So obviously needs to win this round now. Um. Oh, he's unlocking it. Okay. Why did he not unlock his Mortbart, man?
Oh, because he'd already passed.
Oh, he'd already
Yeah,
passed.
he
Right, of
locked him.
course,
Yeah,
yeah. I just noticed the lock in hand. Okay, so the ship comes down.
of course.
I mean, often when I'm playing against Skellige and I see that ship come down, I don't want to be in that round too long, right? Because it's
Right.
going to build up something pretty big. And in this situation, Deeds is in control. He did win the first round, so he does get to decide when this round ends. Essentially, that's the good news.
But again, look at the card advantage. Again,
Adam,
Datafunk
yeah,
has
huge.
a two card up. Now this is a good time to pass if you're Deeds, I think, because he's trimmed the card lead a little bit. But I don't know what he has in his hand, of course. So he's rocking the hunters and clearing the bear. It's interesting. It's an interesting play. So here comes he says, "I have a hunter too." He's gonna try to clear his bear.
Hmm.
Um, well, one thing we can guarantee we won't see. We've seen two mirror matches. We will not see a mirror match. Uh, if any one of them go to the finals, it'll be Nilfgaard versus Skellige, two of which I think everybody
Absolutely,
consumed is the more powerful. Well, there goes a big swing. Um, he's going
that's
in.
really big.
Deeds is going in.
He is going in. And little does Deeds know that Dadapunk's actually got not a great hand, right? With the two shield maidens. Um, Also, shackles not really helping you get value when you're behind.
I'm laughing because Deeds is going. I've played a lot of Skellige Mirror, and he's gonna keep that bear on. He doesn't know that Datapunk doesn't have a Priestess of Freya, but he's trying to make sure that if he does, that thing doesn't see play. Um, and it gets the old lock.
Hmm.
Gets the old lock. It's gonna be interesting to see how this ends. Card advantage may. I think. I don't know. I think Deeds is looking pretty good. He still hasn't used Morkvarg. Deeds is interesting to me. Deeds does not play Morkvarg right away. Most Skellige players put Morkvarg right out there. Deeds holds Morkvarg till he absolutely needs him.
Mm. Well, it's not a bad play because he's also getting the benefit, the strength boost from
Right,
Crack.
right.
So it's not like when you play him, you've missed out on him. You don't need him to be like 18 strong, especially when you've got Olgierd. So it's interesting. Yeah,
Good
it's
point.
interesting seeing the two different styles. But he has still got that Gigny. That Gigny really is his lifeline here. Oh,
Yeah,
and we get the pass. We get the pass indeed. So he's now 42-50. He's 21 points ahead.
he's gonna get
21 points ahead and two cards back.
20. Well, he's gonna lose some points for the Gigny will not win the game. Will not win the round because Morfark will come back. So he's in a tough situation, and he has two. What the worst part is he has two shield mains in hand. That's just terrible. Terrible.
That is really bad here. I mean, he can get the third one out. Obviously, his opponent has got damaged units. Okay, he's gonna go with Geralt Igni. Boom, and that's two dead. And obviously, back comes Mork. So he can actually do. He could. Oh, he's gonna play.
Oh wow! Why would he play
Why
that?
is
Oh,
he doing
he's
that?
gonna get a buff from the ship, which will get him a win. But why would you do that? Because
Oh,
now,
oh, okay.
but he loses
But
the
he,
defense against the Priestess of Freya in round
no,
three.
no. This is a good play because what he can now do, as long as he doesn't draw the third one. Oh my God! If he draws that now, please don't draw this third shield.
I mean,
Please don't draw the shield maiden.
he gets the
Okay,
okay.
so now he can get rid of one of those, and he gets the play. Who gets to go first? He does get to go first, right? So
Yeah,
he does get to play that priestess. Thank God.
he's gonna go for a bear, I would imagine.
No, because his opponent's already
Oh,
played through.
16. He's gotta go. Well, see, he's in a tough position now. I mean, the bear stops his opponent's priestess, but the
No, no, no,
16
no,
is
no,
hard to
no.
pass.
His opponent's used all. He's used all of them. He's used all his priestesses.
You know, you're right. I think he has.
Is that a misplay?
Uh, I could always rewind, but I'm kind of. We'll just have to look. Ragnarok. Mm. When Ragnarok hits, we all played Gwent, love the game. When Ragnarok hits, there's the healer. That's why I put it in. There's only really he has no real wounding. Oh, he's in a bad position here.
Yeah, I think that was a misplay. I'm not quite sure why he got the bear out. Surely the only reason for picking the bear over a 21 value card, a 20 value card, I think he had. Didn't he have a 17?
Yeah, 16. It was a 19-point card. Yeah.
Yeah. Surely the only reason is to stop. I think he went on autopilot there. But if he
Oh,
looks at his tracker, his opponent played all the priestesses.
oh, he's got to be kicking himself. Well, no, he has two priestesses. So he had one left, I think, because I see two over there. I don't see three. And there comes a yeah. He's not gonna let that happen. Well, it's 1-1, so this is great. This is we saw two in the winners final. We saw an amazing Nilfgaard match. That was great. And now we're seeing a great Skellige v Skellige. So what does he take out? I think he puts another bear in. I keep on saying that. I will not. I will not. Puts the clear skies in because the Ragnarok kind of stung him a little bit. Takes out a priestess. Wow.
So if he had drawn the hunter there, he would have won that game, right?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. It's hard to tell because Ragnarok was hitting him pretty hard. But
So
maybe.
we got
He had a
we
better
got DMS
chance.
just while they're doing the sideboards, we have DMS 667 in the chat just asking, is this live on the new patch? So obviously the patch went live for the public beta, and then we had a live stream last night from CDPR who announced that there's going to be an update to that patch. So that has not happened yet. I think that's going to happen early next week, but we can't that's not been confirmed. So this is what you're seeing. This is from Sunday, which is under the live beta patch. So yeah. So what did he switch in there, Sheik? Did you notice?
You know what? I was listening. Let me go back. I was listening to you. I didn't.
No, no, no. Don't go back. Don't go back. It's fine.
All
It's
right.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I was kind of just. I was watching, and then I started listening to you because yeah, you fascinated me. So you put the priest back and take the weather out.
You should hear me
Uh,
read a bedtime story.
I took the weather out. Yeah, he put some. Is he gonna
I
drop
could
the
put some.
double
I could.
cross?
I could put some bears in it just for you.
He drops down, there's double cross.
I know you like bears.
Yeah,
There's one
yeah.
thing
I appreciate it, man. That's next level. So he took a decoy, he put a decoy, take the Alger's Thunder out. Excuse me, yeah, Alger's double cross out and put a decoy in, put
Mm.
Weather back in. So he's really teching against Ragnarok.
So you were saying, Chief, that Skellige are the main deck you've played this patch. Is that right?
Yes, yeah, I main Skellige.
Yeah. So what are you? I mean, watching some pretty high level play. What are you taking away from it? Are there any sort of key learning points
I,
you've
I'm
taken
I'm
from watching
fascinated
so
by the
far?
Thunderbolt potion. That's fascinating me. I had not thought about that as a big boost. Other than that, I'm seeing just really great play. Datapunk is really mastering the art of passing with card advantage. He's really
Mm.
capitalizing on that. And Deeds is just really pumping in power. I don't run old geared, but obviously maybe I should just as an extra little boost. Um, and it's really good. I mean, they're really fantastic players. But Thunderbolt Potion definitely stands out for me in this game as something I would like to see more of.
Cool. So into the game, just seeing the mulligan now. We got. Is he going to keep? It's probably good to keep the potion in round one because you know you're going to get the full 12 value with the amount of minions on board.
Right?
Is he gonna keep? So he's got rid of the shield maiden, right? He's disqualified shield maiden, I think. So he's not worried about drawing a third one. Oh, he gets rid of the potion. Okay, but he does pick up a hunter, which is probably a trade I would
And you know
take.
what? I just realized he doesn't run Shield Smiths.
No, he doesn't know. He
Yeah.
doesn't run shield
Just
smith.
just I'm
No,
gonna watch.
a lot of people don't. I think a lot of the top Skellige decks you don't really see shield smith.
Hmm.
To be honest. So I don't think they need it.
Just rely on
Oh,
the Wild Boar.
wild boar in hand for round one.
Gets the lock. The sideboard comes to
Gets the
fruition. Does he
lock.
have Donner again? If Deeds has Donner again, Datapunk probably would want to throw his monster through the wall.
Well, he could also decoy it.
And there it is. I mean, he's not. He's
Uh,
probably just infuriated right now. He said,
but
"No,
here comes the second lock.
this looks like the first match in reverse. I think this is what happened to Data in the first game."
So do we see decoy to replay it?
That would be something. The war. It's funny with skeleton mirror matches. It's really like a war of certain tactical pieces. A lot of times in round three, it's the war of the bears, locking and trying to get your shield priestesses off. In the first round, it's the battle of the wild boars. There we go. Lock v unlock. Do we see Mork hit, or just if he doesn't want to put old gear because his opponent will probably just pass. So does he hit Mork here? Does he drop Mork out?
I mean, he could. Hmm. He could. He could just more. Could he bring out the? Well, he's got the all geared. He's got the hunt. Yeah, he's got plenty of options. So he just drops all geared here, just making sure he's got that carryover on the board.
He's really praying his opponent continues. I think he's kind of sweating, hoping, oh, I hope he doesn't just pass and leave me down in card advantage. Instead, he gets hit with Old Geared makes an appearance. Excuse me, Morky Mork makes an appearance, putting some
More,
pressure
more.
on him. Answers with his own Mork. It's Mork on Mork action.
Which are wolves, not bears. So don't get too excited, Chief.
I'm trying to contain myself. And so now
That's
he's in a tough position right now. He's down just 1 point. Deeds could pass here and finally get card advantage going in.
yeah, but in round one, I mean, passing to get one card advantage is not good because you're giving away control to your opponent, and you're probably going to end up having to give that card away to win the next round, and then you've got to play first in the third round. So I'm never convinced, but obviously it does depend on what cards you've got in hand.
True, right? Yeah.
So what we're seeing there is a pass where Deeds is actually 1 point up, right? So now.
He's just playing card advantage. This is a very interesting. This is literally almost very close to the reverse of what happened in round one, with Datapunk having card advantage, battle over the locking of the wild boars.
I mean, I'm not. I'm certainly like Skellige is probably the one faction I've played the least with since the public beta. So I'm certainly like I have the least expertise in this deck. But I'm kind of a little bit surprised at that pass because he had the wild boar on board working for him. So he was the longer that round went, the more value he was going to build. And he's passed really for what, one card advantage. I don't know, but like I said, I'm certainly not an expert with Skelliger. So let's see how this one pans out.
It's okay to pass with this card advantage if he has a power hand where he could just overwhelm. By passing, he's going for a 2-0. He's not trying to make this. Well, I'm sorry, not going for 2-0. He has he lost, but he's trying to. I think he has a good hand. I think he's just going to pump cards and carry over to round 3. Hjalmar. That has to be a sideboard. I do not think he had Hjalmar this whole time. I could be wrong, but I do not think Hjalmar was there the whole time.
So he might have also swapped in what's the gold that does the damage?
Coral.
No, the one that
The one that discards a card?
what's he called? The brawler.
The Brawler. The Gold Brawler?
Mm. Uh,
Madman Lugos?
yeah, Lugos. Yeah, because that goes really well with Harmar because he can Lugos can come on and kill
Right.
the kill the giant.
I like Lugos. I think he's a great deck thin. Just not only does he do damage and really works with Hjalmar, but he's just a good deck thin. So
Mm.
we see the hunters smacking each other around. Datapunk has a Shield Maiden set up really nice. Well, not really actually. He needs to get another wound in to set him up, and there it is. I think we're gonna see the Shield Maidens here. The bare necessities of that play. Oh, he gets
Oh,
hit. He gets hit
oh,
with a Ragnarok. I
okay. He's got the answer.
Yeah, but he's not feeling
Loses
good about it.
tempo.
Yeah, he's not feeling good about this.
What do you think about the change to the weather? So the Ragnarok and the Drought have gone down to only 2 damage per row, haven't they, for the new patch instead of 3?
I think it'll make it a little less prevalent, but it's still strong as it should be. The Coral, that's why I love Coral. It's just such a devastating card, especially in
Mm.
Queens against Queensguard. He's not playing Queensguard, but still, I don't know if I think Datapunk may want to pass out of this one. But then again, he kind of has he's got to pass out of this one, I would think.
Has he got in the graveyard? He hasn't got the healer, has he? No.
And he dropped one of his priestesses. He only has one left.
Hmm.
So it's not like he's going to pull something out in round. Well, I mean, he can hope. It's not looking good. It's not looking
He
good
could.
right now.
So he could still force one more card out of him, but is that worthwhile? Really, that's the question.
Yeah.
Perhaps he's thinking in the third round that if he revives the bear, then he damages his opponent, and then he can pull out the shield maidens. Maybe that's his play here.
He's not feeling good. He's not feeling good. I can tell you that right now. He's feeling like it's slipping away.
It's all slipping away.
Yeah. At this point, you're just like you're in the losers finals. You've clawed your way back into it, and just see it's kind of, I'm sure, slipping away. It's not feeling good right now.
So we're in the
Oh,
final
and he
round.
draws a
One game
card.
each, and he draws that, but he can throw that back, right?
Yeah, he can throw it back, but it's his luck so far. I think he's going to get it again. He's just not had a really good luck. And a decoy. Well, that's actually not bad.
Ooh, that's a
That's,
brilliant.
yeah, that's actually not bad.
That's going to really help now with the Sig. And I'm actually wondering whether he's going to Sig now, just to be safe. He can pull out the 12 Hunter. What else has he got?
That's really
Oh,
about
that's
it.
probably,
He could
probably
maybe
it.
bring out the
Oh, he could
bear.
bring out the ship. He could bring out the ship because he's being demoted to a silver.
That's interesting. I think
So
he's
what the
he,
for?
I think he's just because it's a mirror match. I think he's thinking about that bear. Is my thought. He's thinking about the bear. He counted the priestess of Freya's in that he's played. Yeah, see, it's just such an important card. Bears are so important to Skellige, which is why every Skellige player was crying worldwide when the bear nerf came down, because it is
Mm,
such a defensive card to protect your investment.
mm.
It gets the value out of the bear, and then bear of course sets up offense. He's feeling pretty good. I said he was feeling pretty bad. It looks like he might carry this one, depending on what, of course, Deeds has. Deeds cleans the bear out, which means his priestess of Freya now can go off unfettered. And so now that opponent has a hard choice. Does he go get another bear, thinking that it'll stop him, or
Well,
does
see,
he
I
go for
would
the
look in my
12?
opponent's graveyard and see how big is his big guy versus how big is your own big guy, and
Exactly
that
right.
then just kind of decides whether or not you need to block the medic the priestess or whether you just revive your biggest guy, right?
This is
So
intense. He by getting rid of the bear, he has to think that his opponent has a priestess and Freya in hand. This is an agonizing decision, or he could be bluffing. Deeds could be bluffing and say, "No, I just wanted to get rid of it to
he
make you
hasn't looked in
think."
his opponent's graveyard, so he's just going to go with what's in his,
He's going
and he
defense. He's going defense.
decides to go with.
I think the 12 was the right play. Oh, he's agonizing about this. Oh, I feel for him. So he's up by 20 now. Here we go.
Here we go.
It wasn't a priestess. He made the right call. He got the
He
right
did.
card.
He did make the right call.
Is the
It's not enough.
swing?
It's not enough.
Oh, 1 point.
So the bear
Oh
would have done one, two, three. How big was his bear? I don't think the bear would have been enough either.
no.
No.
Oh 1 point. This.
So Deeds makes it through to the next round. Have we got the next game?
Yeah. Okay. So wow, just amazing Skellige play by both gentlemen. Thank you. That was amazing to watch as a Skellige player.
Mhm.
Okay, so the next game was Deeds versus Logan, and I would have really liked to see that. Really would have liked to see that. I think we all would have. Unfortunately, with the video quality and some uploading issues and things like that, unfortunately, we do not have that game, which is very unfortunate. Logan did pull it off. He did beat the Skellige, so it was Nilfgaard versus Skellige. So that means in our finals, it is Drapey 4 versus Logan in a Nilfgaard mirror rematch.
Ah, cool. So a rerun of the earlier winners final.
That's right. So it's a Nilfgaard match. Now this goes to best of five. So the first one to win three wins. And if Logan has to win basically six games. He needs to win the best of five one time to reset the bracket, and then win it again to win the championship. Drapey 4 just needs to win three games, and that is where we are starting our coverage. Let me see if I can set it up here. All right, hit the old pause button while I put it in frame. All right. Yeah. So what do you think? Oh, look at that. Already set. Is that? No, it can't be right. Is it already set? Am I that lucky? It is.
So
All
I'm
right.
super looking forward to this because I really enjoyed watching both these guys. They both bring a slightly different Nilfgaard style. We saw Drapey 4 bringing the sort of just really good value cards. He doesn't run Tibor. He just sort of plays the card advantage, passes at the right times, and then we saw uh, Logan bring a more sort of aggressive, power heavy Nilfgaard with the Tibor, just putting the value down on the board. So two different styles. It worked in favour for Dre in the first game, but like you said, this one's a best of five. And so I think what we're going to see different in this one is a bit more interaction with the sideboard, particularly in the case of Logan. I think we're going to see more changes to the deck. So let's see what happens. Looking forward to it.
Sounds good. So this is it, best of five. The sixth annual Passiflora Championship has been. It's a great ride, and we will see an awesome finals. Here we go. And then here we go into a loading screen. Further building the anticipation. Here we go. Nilfgaard versus Nilfgaard. All right. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna because I have shoutcasted quite a bit now. I'm gonna say that we see golems on the board, and I'm gonna call it now. Six of them will make an appearance in the first round.
That's very insightful of you, Sheaf. Now I see why they call you Sheaf the Seer. Uh, I think the question is, are we going to see six golems in the mirror match come next week. They are being nerfed a little
Ooh,
bit.
yeah.
They're going down to 2 strength, and Calvin as a leader is also going down from 4 to 3 strength. So in total, that play right now, obviously, you pull out 369 plus the 4, so you pull out 13. You're actually going to see that come to a total value of 9. So it's just taking a little bit off the tempo, but I still think it's worth playing. But it'd be interesting to see what people do.
Yeah, I agree. That's great analogy. And it is, but you also still get the deck thinning with it. So there's still the amazing
Absolutely,
deck thinning that comes with it. So I'm
absolutely.
halfway to my prediction of 3 of the 6 golems we're going to see. Just that's why I do this. That's why I've stuck along 6 times because I just see things before they happen. Here we go. I'm
He's done the
essentially.
he's played the spy move again, so really good play by Logan there.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I, I'm assuming he's not got brain farm in hand. You see, what you can see in Dre P4's hand this time is, unfortunately, he has got Cantarella in hand. He doesn't really want that because he wants to be able to play Rain Farm into Cantarella. So that's why I often mulligan Cantarella away. I didn't see what order he mulliganed. There must have been other priorities, but
Going fishing and getting the cow and putting pressure on the.
front row, I would imagine.
Yeah, he's got to be. Yeah, got to put pressure on those golems with the cow.
Always a really solid cow as well, that play, as we saw in the first game.
And then we see the value, like you said, you made the astute observation of the Cantrella. Oh, we see a Siri counter to the Cantrella play. I think he just passes. I think he just passes. What would you do? I think Dre P4 passes here.
Mm.
Because even if he has a Nausicaa Brigade, it wouldn't. It would. He would. Wouldn't be. I don't think it would be enough to win. I don't know. I think pass is the right play here because then it reduces the amount of real benefit he gets from Siri.
I,
No,
I would,
oh, brilliant! Of
I
course,
would,
Cantrella.
I would put. Oh, doesn't want to rush. Oh, he gets the. That's a nice draw.
Yeah, I mean
It's a
that's
Ragnarok.
much better play.
So
Excuse
we
me.
are now in the grand final, guys. This is the last match we're going to see. Uh, the tournament, as we said, the tournament was a knockout, but it did have a losers bracket. So essentially, you got 2 lives, if you like. And this is a rerun of the winners' final. JP4 won that one, but Logan managed to make his way through to the grand final by winning the losers bracket. So here we are, grand final, best of 5, and we are in round 1 of game 1.
Yes, indeed. And the pass. There goes the pass. Definitely the right play there for the pass. And of course, Dre P4, if I'm guessing correctly, he's going to pass as well. And again, called it correctly. I'm on a roll right now. I am on a roll.
See, I think JP4's I think it just works out so much better for him. But I don't know. I mean, he's one card. They've both played spies, haven't they?
Yes, they have. They both played
Right.
Cantrell hit
Okay.
the board.
Oh, and he gets the Siri. He gets the
Of course he
Siri.
does.
Yeah.
He's like he has been
Yeah.
hot.
So what you got to think is okay. So what you got to think is the reason why it's better for Dre is he's got the Siri, so he's going to make that one card up, and then his opponent's going to have to go first in the final round. And then if he's got T-ball, which we know he ran from the first game, unless so at this point he can't change it. That's an important point for viewers. You can't actually. You have to start with your initial deck that you submitted, so we know that there's been no sideboarding. So we know 100% guaranteed he's got T-bar in this deck. Okay, so what that means is he did have one card advantage, but Siri's going to gain that back in this round, meaning that Logan then has to play first um, in the. Is that right? Would Logan play first in the next round? Yeah, because
Yeah,
he'd have to
yeah,
win this round.
yeah.
So he'd be half a card down, and then obviously T-Bar's going to give a card away. So he's going to end up at the end of this game. He should end up being 1.5 cards down. Now it's not quite as simple as that. There are different things that could obviously occur, but if they both play the card advantage game perfectly, that's what should happen. So
There you go.
I still think Dre's in a pretty good position.
Dre's in a great position. He's gonna put Siri down right here. I think there's really no other card. I think he puts Siri down, pulls out I don't think we saw Roach in the first. Yeah, I pull out Roach, 12-point play, put yourself up by 16. You're feeling really good. He's in a very powerful position here. Not to say that he can't that Logan has no chance because Nilfgaard can get the points and swing better than anybody, but he's in a good spot. And of course, he has Van Hammer, the 19-point card, just waiting. In a lot of ways, in
Yeah,
this Nilfgaard mirror, Ragnarok, when you say Ragnarok is almost a counter to Van Hammer because by playing it, you make your opponent use Van Hammer as defense as opposed to that 19-point play.
it's brilliant. It's brilliant in this in the mirror match. It really is powerful. You're always going to get the full sort of the full a minimum of the full 9 value as well.
Oh, he gets
So it's
Roach.
oh, he's done it again. That's the second time in a row.
Oh man, he's just.
We're definitely not watching a rerun of the earlier game here, are we? Because
I
that's exactly what
really,
happened.
I really think that we are. Now that I think about it, I think that yeah, we are watching. We are watching a replay. Let me let
Oh,
me. Well, we were really
I'm off back to Dandelion's party. Yeah.
right.
I'll see you guys later.
Okay, so yeah, for those of you just joining us, that was a replay.
Where's Cantarella at? Where's she at? Take me back to that party.
All right, so let's yeah, that didn't happen, but that was a recap. So what I'm gonna do is just flash back to
I was just thinking, there's absolutely no way he's been that unlucky to pull goddamn road 2 games in a row. It
uh,
just cannot happen.
yeah. Well, when I'm running the technical thing, it was going way too smooth. Just as a side note, it was going way too smooth. I had to do
You
something.
see, I tried to set you up by with the whole Yorkshire joke earlier about how we're still operating by horse and cart, but no, you've got and made us look like a horse and cart is advanced technology, isn't it? I
Look,
don't know
I'm in
what.
Louisiana. I ride alligators to work. So, I mean, I guess we're the Yorkshire of the United States. All right, so yeah, that was a little. And you're welcome. That was all part of the plan. It was all part of to showcase the original game to show again that this was a rerun. Not and literally when you said a rerun, you meant literally a rerun of the first match. Now we're in the grand finals, game one. I got everybody's attention. That was all part of the show. I still see we see 6 golems though. I think that stays consistent.
Building the hype. Oh god.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
wait a minute. Are you sure this isn't a rerun? I'm sure the Golems got played first last time.
Right? This might be. We might be in Gwentception. Where we're just playing the same things over and over again. Oh no, we have
To
Siri
be
right
honest,
off the bat.
I'm having nightmares about this play. I've seen it so many times on ladder. I'm
Exactly.
scarred for life. Whatever patch comes afterwards, it's not going to matter. We're scarred. We're all scarred for life. Calculate into 3 golems into spy.
Yeah, you've probably
It's
seen
very
those shows.
damaging. It's very damaging.
Yeah, but what got nerfed was Skellige Bears. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm just okay. That was bitterness. That was straight bitterness talking. I'm bitter now. I'm done.
Skelly bears.
Skelly
I'm
Bears.
as an Nilfgaard player, I'm really happy about that because it was really frustrating when you couldn't play
I
you.
bet you were. Yeah, because it was our only defense. Yeah.
But I do think I think it's a good strategy. The only thing to say about it though is the fact that they're bronze cards, right? So the fact that it is a good strategy, but the fact you can run 3 of them and I can run 3 novices, it can be a bit much if you see what I'm saying. Like if it was a silver on silver card interaction, then I think it's probably a little bit more viable. But essentially cancelling 3 cards with nothing you can do, no interaction, I think maybe that is not good from a game design point of view. Um, so yeah, maybe it is a justified one.
That was a very well thought out response, and I am never going to agree with you on this one. Just let you know.
They're
They're
bears.
Bears, man. I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Okay, so we got some cows, we got some golems, we got some roaches, and we got some
We got
John
some
Calvites.
cowards.
Yeah.
There's
This
some
is not the
symmetry going on
replay.
there.
I
Oh,
promise. This is a new match. Just looks eerily similar.
look at the symmetry of this board.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got Car here on Dre's side.
Here we
Okay,
go.
so
Is he gonna let the 10? Is he gonna let 10
the re-
drop?
so interesting point there. You see, he played the brigade out of hand whilst the cow was down on the board from the rock tosser, and that gives him the +2 benefit. But obviously, that's limited time only. So there is a timing element. So it's a really Again, it's one of those minor details that you see high level players take advantage of to get that extra value. And also to stagger because the cow is now dead because it expires after 2 turns. If he was to bring on his other brigade now, it would actually be at 6, and therefore he's managed to stagger his brigade and give him some defense against the likes of Gigny and Scorch.
That's such a huge point because that definitely separates higher level players from rookies that just pound points on the board and just leave themselves wide open for that. So we see some more deck thinning going on. We see some emissaries reaching out, and I'm thinking,
So
wait,
here's a perfect example, right? So he's played the spy and he's got the option now to drop the second brigade, which he can do. Whereas if he hadn't have played the brigade from hand last turn, he'd have been very nervous about playing that, right? Because he could have walked into a Gigny cell.
very good, very good. Now, but unfortunately, he is behind. He is not in a great position here. He'll have to play a card. I'm sure he will, right? Just go ahead and win the round. Go one card down. Actually, 1.5 because you go first.
My favorite faction got nerfed, Nilfgaard even more.
No,
Did
yeah,
what? Nilfgaard got nerfed? Did they?
no. Nilfgaard didn't get nerfed. Nilfgaard got little subtle changes. The Bears got nerfed. Y'all, look, y'all gotta get me. Y'all gotta let me. I'm not talking about it. I'm not talking about the Bears anymore.
Well, well, I'm pretty confident Northern Realms are going to get better. That's for
Oh,
sure.
Northern Realms is gonna be a monster. Okay, so yeah, so Dre takes the round and goes a card and a half down, but he is one up. And he, of course,
Oh,
dude, is this a rerun? Does he always get Siri? Is there some kind
hold
of
on.
contract?
You definitely have not put the wrong game on here, have you? Because that's exactly what happened last
That's what I'm
time.
saying. Wait, is Siri part of? I think I'm on the right game, but I can never be sure. That looked like something new,
Oh God.
right?
Uh,
Right?
no, I think we might be playing this game again.
No, because
I'll, I'll,
there wasn't double Cantrellas this time. The first one was double Cantrellas and a 15
ah,
point
right,
Roach.
right, got you.
It's just
Yeah,
Nilfgaard mirror.
it's just those scarred nightmares, isn't it, from seeing these characters
It's exactly what it is.
exactly it.
You have,
Unfortunately, you see there both the silver spies in hand, meaning that Rain Farm doesn't get um, uh, the best value that he, the best combos really that he can get. But it does. You can also see he hasn't got the emissaries. So where you've got a bad draw, like this in that sense, to thin your deck, that's a Rain Farm can come in again as a. So Rain Farm's really just such a good utility card in that sense.
oh,
You
I
can,
love Rain Farm. Yeah, Rain Farm, very very underrated card. Rain Farm's great. Now he's just gonna he can play Cantrella here, and he's got Siri. He is all about building up card advantage for round three. He is loving. I probably kick this one, right? Because you need something. He's gonna kick it to try to get a seer. No, he's gonna keep it. So what do I know?
what do you know, Sheaf?
Yeah,
What do you know?
no. I
You know that bears are getting nerfed. What else
after
do you
that,
know?
everything's just gone downhill in my life. After that, when that's still I'm not recovered from that. He locks Siri. Wow, what a great play by Logan. He says, "I'm not gonna let you have card advantage, my good sir."
Balance in all things except milk. uh,
And Skellige, because now Skellige's unplayable. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's not, but I just want to really make it seem worse than what it is to get the Bears back. He is. What do you think? Nilfgaard Knight. Just go ahead by one. Just put a card out there.
seems good.
Yeah. Or Rot
I mean,
Tosser.
could threaten with a rock tosser, but the fact that he's ahead, actually, he's ahead, isn't he? So so
Yeah.
he can play a rock tosser because his opponent can't pass on him. And again, this is a fundamental aspect of the game, right? It's understanding that when you're in control because you won the first round, you can play and be behind tempo because your opponent can't pass. But if you lost the first round and you're not in control, you have to stay ahead of tempo, otherwise you're going to fall behind in card advantage. So it's mixing all of these sort of principles and getting them in the right order, and that's what we're seeing here. Some pretty high level stuff because we saw in the last game, didn't we, where Dre just kept staying ahead and maintaining that card advantage. Whereas here now, because he can just sort of relax a little bit and just take this as far as he wants. I wonder whether he's going to pull out the T-ball this time because we know we know for a fact, because this is game one and there's been no sideboard interaction, that Logan is playing the T-ball card. So Dre's got information here, and he could decide as he's 1-0 up to just completely deplete the hands and force T-ball to come out this round in a round that he doesn't have to win.
Exactly, and he has Peter that right now is staring down that 20-point card as a really nice answer to it. So he has a nice hammer in hand. He does not have Van Hammer, but he does have Peter that would be a very nice value at this point. So he's looking pretty good. I think he's gonna definitely. I think you're right. I think it's a great observation. He's gonna try to deplete his cards down. That was a good play by pumping points in something other than Cantrella there, because he knows that he runs Peter. I mean, every Nilfgaard runs Peter.
This is where also the Ragnarok interaction is so good with Nilfgaard, because obviously
Hmm.
having the spies, you see the opponent's board. He's got nothing on the middle row, and he can just put spies there, and then obviously sets up for the Ragnarok value.
Exactly, exactly right. There's so much
Oh,
manipulation you can do with Nilfgaard, which is
oh,
why it's so popular.
that is a very pressuring board, because the Nilfgaard Logan has played the golems. So now he really needs, if he's going to waste like a Peter or something on the front row, or he's going to need his standard bearer. He's going to need the standard bearer here to dish him out, or he's going to have to play some sort of fancy play where he plays like a medic and draws a golem from his opponent's uh, deck. So that's a really pressurizing cow there, actually.
That's a great call. And he used one standard bear. I don't know if he runs two. He's definitely
Ooh,
looking for an answer. Definitely looking for an answer here to that cow. Great cow
I mean
pressure.
that is going to be massive if that goes off. I mean, you're talking a 20 point
15,
bronze.
well, 15 right now because he's gonna hit the 14. But then he'd have the Peter to hit the 20, so he has two answers for what's on the board right now. Um, and he still has Joachim or Joachim. Joachim. I'm sure I'm crushing that name.
Yeah. Oh, God, what's he going to do here then? Um,
I don't know. I think it's Joachim time, or maybe look for the medic Rag. Would not have expected Rag. I guess
Right.
he's putting pressure on both fronts. He's got to answer to one. Now he's going to answer the cow, but it means Ragnarok gets double
That was
pressure.
that was such a good setup.
Yeah,
That was such a good setup. He's got to answer the cow. He can't answer the rag. That is just a brilliant.
that
That is what you
was
call. That's what you call a pincer maneuver, my friends.
that was
That's
dirty.
hitting it with a left and hitting it with a right at the same time. That was really well set up.
And it looks like the cow is going to go off, and Ragnarok is going to continue to go off. He's getting benefits from. Oh, he got it. He got the standard bearer. Woo!
I'm gonna make a note of that. So you play the cow, and the turn before it goes off, you do rag. I really like that.
That
That
was
is a really good.
brilliant.
That is a combo for this deck that I wasn't aware of. I wasn't consciously aware of that one. So I'm definitely gonna make a note of that play.
Dre is, and Logan is playing well. Logan's playing exceptionally well, and Dre is just, it's really showing a mastery here.
Well, he's still two cards down actually,
Yeah,
um,
he has the
and we
hammer though.
know.
He has Peter. Peter can hit that 17 pretty well.
I think we're gonna see Dre go all in this round. I think his plan here is to try and draw out that T-ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
Actually,
where that could backfire is if T-ball is not in Logan's hand,
oh, he gets another cow.
and they both end up with nothing. Oh my
he,
God, he's got nothing.
he's just peppering him with beef. He is all over him with those cows.
Holy cow.
Logan's gonna just is seriously gonna go to Chick-fil-A after this match.
He's smoking him, smoky bacon him.
Uh,
This is a lot of pressure, and it makes me feel very good about the fact that my Nilfgaard deck runs the Nausicaa Brigade right now,
right?
because this is the counter, isn't it? Right, like the Nausicaa Brigade is just such a good counter to this.
This
Oh
is
God.
this is such pressure. Oh my God, Dre has no conscience. He's just putting
If
pressure.
that goes off, he might actually 2-0 him.
He might. He's looking for answers. Give Logan credit. He's playing it
No.
right. He's looking for answers. He's drawing furiously. He's gonna get it.
Oh, he's got
Yeah.
an answer.
Just what you called that earlier. You called it earlier. The fancy
I
golem. Yeah.
called it, but it's not a great play. That's what we call a desperado play.
Mm,
And the Ragnarok is still going. So I mean,
right.
that seriously, that pincer move, the playing the cow, waiting the turn for when it's actually going to go off, and then playing rag is such a good combo. It really is. I mean, in any situation, that's a really good combo
It
because
is.
you can only have the answer for one. You can't have the answer. I mean, you can't answer both, right? The only way you could answer both is if you played the cow on the back row and then they played Venom here to clear skies, and he actually does answer both because he plays a 3 minion on the back to stop the cow or minimize the cow, and he clears the weather. So as long as you're not playing the cow onto the back row, it's a infallible combo, really.
So you do rain farm? I was thinking, does he clear the golem? Oh, he went. Oh, oh my God, he is dirty. He sets the Imperial Brigade the same as the golem, so he gets. Not only did he take those points away, but now he's trying to take out 7 more away. Oh my Lord, Dre, stop it. This is
This is horrendous.
this is brutal.
He's playing it so well.
He is, and Logan's playing. Logan's not. It's like Logan's playing well too, but he's just getting hammered by these plays of Dre. No, he say that and watch Logan win this round. Watch. I don't see how anyone's gonna beat Dre 6 games. He would need to beat him 6 games to get the championship. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. You should feel real good about yourself. Dre beat you. I can see why. He's a juggernaut. If you're gonna
Yep.
lose, lose to the champ, right?
Well, it's a bit early to be calling him that, but he's certainly playing well in this game, that's for sure. And
Well, I mean, champions like in the
um,
finals. If you lose somebody, they go into the finals.
yeah, definitely, absolutely. I mean, that was just such a good combo. The cow into Ragnarok. I can't believe I've not thought of that before. It's so good. I love moves like that where you're literally hamstringing your opponent. You can't do both. Right. So now we get the pass. Okay, so he's not actually that far ahead, right? So
Yeah,
he's 12 ahead, but actually he's not
he's
because
15
he's
ahead
got another
roughly.
two rags. He's got another two rags. What?
The Van Hammer for 19, and there it is.
Oh,
That's how strong that
oh,
card is.
oh. But but he's still going to be
Yeah,
what?
yeah. Van Hammer for 19 pulls ahead, and
So he had Van Hammer the whole time.
yeah,
Didn't clear skies. That's interesting.
Logan with a great call. That's a great call, and he still has card advantage. He still has card advantage. Logan with great read on Van Hammer.
And now he's got the T-bar.
Oh, he's got to. He has to have T-Bar by now, right?
Oh, he's got this as well. I think Logan's won this round.
I think so. Shuffling in Roach, which tells you he has another gold in hand, and chances are that gold is going to be Tibor. What a play by Logan, holding Van Hammer out to smack the recovery.
I mean that took some courage because of all the pressure that was on him as well with the rag going off for
It
three
did.
turns. I mean
It did.
that's a really disciplined. That was a really disciplined player. I need to figure out the value of it. Like, did we get 3 rags go off? Was it three?
Yeah.
3 rounds?
Yeah. 3 rounds.
So 3, 6, 9. I think he had 2 rounds at only 6 though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because he got the
So
Nozzle
12.
Brigade.
So 12 plus 9. So so in a way like he kind of I don't know. I'm trying to see whether it was better to do what he did than clear skies. Like, would he have actually saved more value from just clear skies than if he had it?
Mm. I don't know. I think it was right because I guess he figured he could clear that first row. He's only taking 3 a turn. Van Hammer is 19 points. He was concentrating on the point differential and saving Van Hammer for the appropriate. I mean, it was whatever it was ballsy. Let's just put it that way. I was trying to sugarcoat it and say it was That was brilliant. Just staying in there. And if it was a bad play, it was one hell of a good bad play.
So
Those,
now, so now Rain Farm actually hasn't got a target, has he?
no,
It's not looking good actually for Drake.
no. So if
If T-Bar is in his opponent's hand, this looks very bad. Oh wait, he did have one.
something must be
Oh,
wrong
okay.
with the
Tracker. The tracker's
yeah.
not showing it, is it? Hmm.
They're trying to make us look bad. This is part of a conspiracy theory to make us look bad.
Oh, we don't need help doing that.
Especially
Seriously, go work on JFK or something else, guys. I mean, that's a terrible conspiracy to get involved with.
yeah.
We're talking about BJ and Shifu here. Just let us play the wrong video and talk. Yeah, we'll mess it up fine on our own. We don't need your help. Thank you.
I don't know. I think well, Tibor is going to end it, right? I mean,
If he's got T-Bar, this is GG.
yeah, he's got to. He's got to. Oh, I mean, there's a chance he'll get the Van Hammer from Joakim. So it may not. But then again, he's going to hit his own cow. So
So Deeds is saying that he couldn't clear skies because there was the carcass. Yes, that's true. That was the pincer maneuver. But then the next round, and I'm trying to reverse it. I can't remember. I'm trying to figure out like if the next round, if he clears skies, would that have led to more value than doing the Van Hammer offensively? So I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and check that. But I mean, look, I'm sure he made the right play. Because the other thing is, you don't know how deep you're going to need to go in the round. Like when you make that calculation, you've got to be thinking that this rag could be up for the rest of the game, the rest of the round. So I don't know. It's one that's just going round and round in my head. I'm just
and
looking.
Tibor,
Here comes the
and
T-ball.
yeah, Tibor will be enough to secure the win.
Look at that. No bronze in hands as well.
Yeah. So I mean, great play by Logan. Honestly, he goes up 1-0, and he is on the path to resetting the championship. So that was the first game of the championship. It is 1-0 for Logan, and he's got to win. Oops, he's got to win um, 3 to reset the bracket. Here we go, game 2. So what do you think about that game 1? Was it just crazy? I mean, I know you're replaying the Ragnarok clear. Um,
Yeah, well, that was a big moment. But I think actually thinking about it, Logan actually really changed his strategy, and I think he learned a lot from the first round that they had, because he in that game he passed early, didn't he, with the one card advantage, and he sort of maintained it throughout. He didn't let himself get too far behind, so that by the time he played T-ball, he was in a strong position. He also waited to the very last card for T-ball, and as we saw, Dre had kind of like essentially drained his own bronze card, so he didn't even get the benefit. So yeah, really clever play. I think that showed that Logan had learned a lot. So now let's see, how does Dre bounce back? What changes are made? Do we see any noticeable difference to the deck?
I'm thinking golems are going to come to the board first. Look at me. Look at me just on.
Oh
You know, this is
man,
my
you are
10th. This is my
spicy.
10th. Yeah, this is
You
my
are
10th
spicy.
Gwent tournament that I've shoutcasted, and I think I'm just getting more and more able to predict the flow of things. I don't know.
It's unreal.
It
It's
is.
superb ability.
All right, so
Like
so if you've seen this before, chances are you have. 27
I
point
I,
opening
I hope
play.
not, Chief. I hope we haven't seen this one.
I guess.
Here we are back in the semi-final.
27-point play from one card. Feels good,
See,
man.
what the viewers don't know is this is just actually a loop. It's a continuous loop. This stream. We're each getting paid so many millions in advertisement revenue that
Yes,
we've got a conspiracy to just keep you here forever. We just sort of recycle the semi-finals
it's
over and over and over again.
Gwentception. I'm telling you right
We
now.
lu- we
We're
lull
just.
you into a trance of imperial golems, and once you've seen 6, you just go boss-eyed and keep watching. That's basically how it works.
All right, so, oh man, that was good. We start off with golems, Calvi, brigades, and an emissary, and now
Yeah,
Cal.
pretty
Gang's all
standard.
here. Check mark. It's like a check mark of what you're gonna see in a Nilfgaard match. Check, check, check. All the dots crossed. Now, what do you do here? Do you counter Cal with Cal?
Well, you play a Nausicaa Brigade, but they don't have any. So
Was he
yeah,
tempted to pass there? I wonder because I mean he give him card
no,
advantage.
you can't really you can't really avoid that. I mean, like you said before, like we said earlier, if you've got the standard bearer, that is one play around. Is you can play a standard bearer into the front row and boost one of the threes, so you only lose six instead of nine. But it's not great because you kind of want to save that for weather, don't you?
Ooh, he's going for. I think he's going to look for a. I think he's going to pass. I think he's going to pass. I don't think he has. He has no. Well, we know he has no answer for that cow. He's going to hopefully try to draw into one, which there's no guarantee that he will get it, but he's going to go for it, and he gets it. Feels good. Or does he just take the knight? Did he just take the knight? Hmm. It's interesting. Goes Nausicaa. Pumps up. The Golem loses 7 points off of that play.
Yeah. So that was the play we were talking about before. You see, I like to play the four on the same row though, because if he plays another cow now, he can kill a six. Whereas if he kept the four on that row, he
Right.
would have put some defense. Although he's kind of defended his back row a little bit.
You got to pass
Yeah.
here, right? I mean, you got to pass. You're way, way down.
Well, can Rain Farm? He's still got Cantrella, hasn't he, in his deck? So he can Rain Farm Cantrella. But I mean, I'd probably save it for next round. I mean, no, I don't know. He's still got. To be fair, he could actually just play a brigade here if he wanted.
Yeah.
He's not out of this. He's not out of this round. He's got a lot of power, and he's got Ragnarok set up as well. So he just needs to catch up, and he does play the brigade.
You
You
know.
see that gives him 10, so he's not far behind now.
Yeah. I mean, Rain Farm right now would be 19 and would win the round by two.
But really, what he wants, I think, what he's going to want to do with Rain Farm is to play him into Cantarella. But like you said, he can play him into Churchill if he needs. If he needs to just win the round, he can do that. So he's still in this, and he'll probably play a cow now into that front row or the back row actually.
Yeah. Either way, this is interesting. Logan is now
Oh,
taking
is he gonna do
Dre's.
the setup again? Is he gonna Ragnarok next turn?
No, huh?
Because he's got the pincer attack again.
Is he doing? If he does, uh, that would be.
The only thing that's less impressive about it this time is that there's a very good chance that Logan can't do anything about that cow anyway. So he's only going to. Do you see what I mean? Like
Yeah.
because it's on the trees, so he'd have to just address the rag.
He's
So
not
it's
going
not
to do it.
quite as impressive as it was last time because last time he was threatening. Was it a 12 Imperial Brigade or something like that?
Yeah, 12 and a 10. I think it was a 12
Yeah.
and a yeah. There's
So
two big.
this is a great combo. I'm so happy I've learned this combo.
Is he
This
going to
is
do
really
it though?
good.
I guess he's really debating on if he does the math. He would get 9, and he would 16. He would he would be ahead after the Ragnarok. Oh wow, there. Yep, he is going to the patented Dre Wombo combo.
Brilliant.
Now will he?
Yeah.
Nausicaa Grenade. Logan really just is unconcerned with that combo. He really is. He's gonna take 6, which would put him. Ooh, does he drop the hammer on him? That's a lot of commitment to round one, though.
Hmm.
If he drops the hammer on him, he wins the round. He's gonna slow play it. Just gonna put it just enough to just keep up pressure on. Boom, boom. Wow, these are two hella good players playing, and another Nautical Brigade. That's why he was unconcerned. But now, unfortunately, he didn't pull ahead.
So that rag got 9 value from the first one. Then it got another 6.
Yeah,
So that's 15. And now it's going to keep getting 3. So it's like 18. It's still getting value.
it is. I think we see a pass from Dre here because he'll be up by 7 once the rag clears off that standard bear. He'll have to play a card. I don't know. Or does he just go and try to finish? Is this an all in from both?
I would actually play. This is where I would play a rain farm
Just
into
smash him.
Cantarella.
Just put the nail in
No,
the
no,
coffin.
into Cantarella because he'll go a card ahead and he'll still be
Oh,
ahead
Rain
on the
Farm.
board.
I'm sorry. I was thinking Van Hammer. Yeah. So yeah, Rain Farm into Cantrell is a good play. Great play. Because you'd be at 82. He would be at 79 after. Oh, he's putting the Van Hammer down. He's wanting to win this
He just wants to win it, yeah.
because he can
Because
still
now,
Rain Farm into Cantrell next round.
exactly, and it's very powerful in round two when you've won one because you still go ahead and your opponent needs to win. So that's a really good play next round. But let's see, is is Logan going to try and stay in this game? He's still got four cards. He is 25 points behind.
Yeah, but Van Hammer's only 19 at the most, so he would still even if he dropped Van Hammer here, he would still be down and be very vulnerable. Yeah, he's just got to leave it go. I mean, he had no way of making up 25 without playing Tybor, and he's not going to do T-Bor. He's not going to do that because the opponent passed. He'd only get 10 from it. So, wow. Dre was mad he lost game one. He hit him with Cal, Ragnarug, Van Hammer. He's sending a message. He wants to be the champ. And Logan keeps on fighting it off, man.
So we go into round two. It's 1-0 to Dre,
Yep.
and he is only one card behind. But obviously, we've now got this Rain Farm maneuver. We're going to see into Cantarella, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless he's thinking, the only way I wonder whether he's thinking about a big player to counter T-Ball.
He might go
I don't.
Asir, the 10, into shuffling Roach back, so he gets Roach back with Rain Farm. I
Well,
don't know.
well, we haven't actually seen Roach yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good point.
So he's gonna. That's the whole point. Is that if he Rain Farms now, he gets Roach out, which puts him at 11 and puts Cantarell on the other side of the board at 10. So he's still ahead and he drew a card, forcing your opponent to play. That's why it's such a powerful cat play. But he's really getting close to the wire, and I believe this is what he's going for. Yeah. So there we go. So there's the 10, and then, oh, no, he's gone for something else. He wants the Peter. Interesting.
And there
And
you
then
go, Roach. Yeah, very good
so
call.
he's put the Nilfgaard Knight back into his deck. So obviously he wants the power later, right? He's thinking about that third turn where he's going to need high power cards. So that 10 power from a Nilfgaard Knight will be very handy. So he's ahead and he's drawn a card. The only thing is this time he hasn't got Siri, right? So we might see Dre thin his deck and actually play Kai here this round so that he can get Siri out. We might well see that, or he might just give up on the Siri and just pass here.
So you're just joining us. This is the finals. Best of 5. It is 1-0. Logan needs to win the best of 5 to reset it to go to another best of 5 to win the championship. Dre has not tasted defeat in this tournament so far. He's trying to go the full run undefeated. So now we're looking at. I think we see a Seer come in just to shuffle cards back. No reason not to do that. Or, like I said, an emissary into a cow. Yeah. I don't think he's too concerned with losing Roach. He can just shuffle him back in with the Seer again. So I don't think Roach factors into his decision making too much.
No, not at all. And it looks to me like he's going to let Roach die. He's probably going to. I think his plan here is to make a play for Siri. That's what I think he's doing.
Logan
But
had Roach in hand. Oh, that must have been painful the whole time to have Roach in hand,
oh
going
god.
kind of. At least he got rid of it, but that's the worst thing you want to see.
See, this is where spectator mode is going to be so good.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait.
Okay, so yeah, here's the play. Here's the big play for Siri. Does he get him? He's got three. He's got three cards. Yeah, so he's got it. He's 100% going to get him. Yep. So there it is. There's the Siri, and that really does just put the nail in the coffin in terms of the card advantage here. he's not ahead on cards, but he is in control. It's not ahead in power, but he's in control of the round. So Logan has to play again. Also, Logan's going to lose 6 power from the cow that's on the board. So he's going to find himself down 5 points essentially.
Yeah, and then plus he has a seer, so Dre's going to play a 10-point card, shuffle Roach back in to pull him with Siri next round. So he's setting up again. Dre sets up moves in advance. He doesn't really play one move at a time. He's playing 2 or 3 moves ahead.
And
Really,
I think now is a good time to pass because the thing he's got to worry about, which he fell for last round, was not having enough bronzes left, so that when T-ball gets played, he can actually draw something. So I think if it was me, I would actually be looking to put one, if not two, but certainly one more bronze back into my
great call. Yeah, you're right.
land.
That's right.
Because
That, it's a,
he's also got the spy there. So if he draws the spy will draw a bronze. So he probably needs maybe Roach is not good to put back in his deck actually. Maybe he's better off putting 2 cards. Sometimes that is the case.
You're right. Tibor's coming. I mean, unless he doesn't have him.
Or is he winning this round? He could just again try like what he tried to do in the last game is to just play out round 2 and force Tibor out of this round. He could continue with that line of play. And I think that's what he's thinking about. He's thinking long and hard. I think he's going to go for it actually. Looking at this, what's he going to play here? He's going to play the weather. Okay.
Yeah, he might be. Well, if not trying to win it, he's definitely trying to get Tibor out of his hand. If not, if you know what I mean, it's one of the two things.
He has to be able to stay ahead. If they play 2 cards each now, Dre has to be ahead in order to force that T-ball. And that's the only thing. And then I guess I mean, I would definitely play 2 bronzes back into my deck. I would not play, or a bronze and a silver, but I wouldn't play Roach, I don't think. He needs actual cards in his deck. So I'm really interested to see what he puts back with Arse Seal or whatever she's called.
So you're saying put 2 bronzes in, not Roach?
Yeah, or a bronze and a silver, because obviously Joachim can pull a silver as long as it's loyal. But I would not play Roach because by playing Roach, you auto thin. Actually, what he needs is cards like he needs a bronze card from Tibor, and then he needs something that Joachim can pull. But the problem is if Joachim pulls a bronze, then he doesn't have a bronze for Tibor to pull. So I personally would perhaps even look at putting 2 bronzes back in my deck. At least 1 bronze, 1 silver, and not Roach. But I don't know. Let's see. It's just my thought process. Could be completely wrong. Dre's played it pretty perfect so far. So let's see what he does.
Just passing.
Wow.
Just to keep the 10 points for round 3.
Oh, he could have passed last turn. Has he given up 1 card there? Has he given up 1 card? I can't remember now. I'm getting a bit lost.
Well, I think. I mean, he made the right call. Like he's now really susceptible to Tibor, unless Tibor gets played. Well, he would get played. He would wait. He would wait to play the 5. He has a dead card in hand if that's Tibor. I don't think he has Tibor though. He's searching. Oh, what a pull! What a pull!
Not really, because Peter's just going to get absolute value,
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I wasn't looking I was just thinking of the 20-point. But yeah.
So Peter's going to be a 19-point card here.
He does get the benefit of 2 cards shuffling back in. If he doesn't pick Roach, then chances are he does not have Tibor. I don't think he has. Oh, because Roach came out. Never mind. I'm sorry. If he has Tibor, it's going to be close. If he doesn't, it's over.
Okay, so do you wait? Do you wait to put new cards back in your deck?
No, I think you got to play it now. I think you have to play it now because
he's got the knight. He's got the knight. As long as he doesn't play Joachim, he could wait and know that Tibor will guarantee draw the knight.
Yeah.
But
he's in complete control because he is going to literally draw whatever he puts back in.
So what I would actually put in then is he's got 2 choices. He could put Yeah, he could put Roach and one bronze, or he could put a silver and a bronze. Like, so he's put Roach and he needs to be a bronze card here. He needs to be a bronze card.
It's got to be a cow. It's got to be a rot tosser. Did he pick a
Okay.
rot tosser? I didn't see. Was it a
No, he didn't. He
no? I
picked a
think a
brigade. He picked a
brigade.
brigade. Yeah.
Well, that's odd.
That is a bit odd. Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh, that is pressure in that back. That's a lot of pressure on his back row.
Great
And
play by
another.
Logan. Logan's playing this beautiful.
Oh, and he didn't pick a rot tosser. If he'd picked a rot tosser, he could have put the six in the back row. Now the thing that could save him here is Roach. Roach could save him. Oh God.
That would be funny if Roach comes
Don't,
to save the
don't
day.
put Siri in the middle. Roach is gonna hit the front row. No,
Oh,
oh,
Roach saves the
oh,
day.
oh my God! I cannot
Oh,
believe
he's
it.
gonna get Tibor. If he doesn't get Tibor, yeah, there he is. There he is.
Oh man, I can't believe it.
Now,
I
why
can't.
the six? Why just put a 6 point card and not a?
Well, it's an 8 point card, isn't it? Because of the spy, but still, the cow would have been better. I mean,
No,
you've
there's
looked
no
at cat.
spy. Yeah, he doesn't have a spy over there. He has no spies over there.
He does, he does, he does. He's got Jurchin.
Oh, he will eventually. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So what? But what I'm saying is, here he would have. Look at, I mean, look at that. He's put Jurchin and Roach on the back row. The cow would have killed 10 value there. Yeah, so that was a little bit of a.
Oh, one
Has he
point.
not done it? Oh no! So he would have won if he'd have if he'd have put the
Yeah.
if, if he'd have gone with the cow, he would have won.
Logan 2-0. Well, he's feeling good. Logan is 2-0 now. If he wins another one, he will reset the bracket and we'll go to another best of 3. Dre needs to reverse sweep now to win it in the first best of 5. Wow. Wow, Logan's coming to play. Logan is
we got
coming to play.
we got Dre in the chat, and he said he picked the wrong card. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a small misplay there in the sense that if he picked the rock tosser, he would have won that game. But you know what? Hindsight is a wonderful thing. It
Right?
really is.
Oh no, I just hit something.
That was a pretty dramatic game. I think I
It's
find
pretty
these
dramatic. That was amazing. 1 point.
and I always find these Nilfgaard matches. I think they're actually really fascinating matches to watch. Like in some games and some patches, you sort of get a mirror match, and it's like watching paint dry. Um, but
Yeah.
but this mirror match is fascinating because there's so many interactions that counter each other, right? Like Joachim pulls a card and gives you +10 value, but then Peter can, destroy that value immediately. And if you're on the wrong row, a rock tosser can this, and then you can play brigades that can counter rock tossers and all this stuff. So this so interactive that it's actually a very fun and a very tactical mirror match to watch.
Exceptionally tapped. Yeah, you're right. And then if you make a wrong choice, one simple choice at the end, all those plays, all the pulls you make, you make more decisions as a Nilfgaard player more than any other faction because of all the pulls and the putbacks and everything else. And it could come down to just simply the very last decision you make, putting an Imperial Brigade instead of a Rot Tosser back, and that's what costs you the game.
Mm,
It's crazy. And look, Golems. Look,
absolutely.
an Imperial Brigade. This is not a rematch. It's not a rematch. It's not a replay. I swear. I swear it isn't. So I'm guessing we're gonna see a. Oh, look at this. Stop me if you've heard this one before. And the cow. The cow goes the first row to threaten the golems.
Oh my God, I'm having deja vu. Okay, so pretty standard opening. Oh, we have seen it. Oh, interesting. So we have seen a Nausicaa brigade has been. That looks like that's come out of the sideboard. So we've got Nausicaa brigades come out of the sideboard now, and he's being played by Logan, which is going to put him in a really strong position.
Oof.
Really strong, yeah. So very good sideboard card to have to be able to tech in this matchup. The only thing is, he's now need defense against the Nausicaa brigade because if he plays the cow, oh okay, he's played the cow there. See, I would have played the cow in the middle row there, to just see whether he could defend against it. Because
Can't.
unless you're playing things like medics or orcs, there's very little that Nilfgaard have on the middle row to defend. And that is the problem with playing them. Usually, when I run the brigades, I run two medics and orcs as well. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Do you want to just check your Skype as well, Sheaf?
Oh, something's wrong.
No, no, just check on your messages and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so he's got one more round. He's also got the combo in hand again. I wonder if he's going to play the whole cow into Ragnarok combo. Okay, so we see the defense with the standard bearer there. The 4-drop comes down, boosts one of the threes, meaning he only loses two of them.
Let's see. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. All right, so let's see. I mean, he's up 43-31. It's even card advantage. It might be a good time to pass. Or I play Cantrella. No, he goes for an emissary. Just kind of keeping on putting that pressure. Wanting to really get round one. Gets another rod tosser. More pressure. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Unless Logan has an answer here for that carcass. Rain Farm. Does he go for Cantrell and just concede the first round? Oh no, he already played Cantrell. So he goes for an emissary. He's looking for answers. He's looking for points into his own brigade. And Roach, what a turn. What a swing that was on points. Alright, so they're even on cards, but he's down. He's threatening 6 points taken away from Logan next turn, at the end of next turn. He's going to play something. He's not just going to pass here. Even if he concedes the round, he's going to at least play Cantrella. Puts an emissary in. He's going to look and see, check the mass, see if it's staggered. It is. So he's continuing to put the pressure on the board. Here's a Nausicaa standard bearer. I'm assuming no. He's looking for a Nausicaa standard bearer. Still looking for that Nausicaa standard bearer. This is part of the beauty of Nilfgaard. Looking for answers. Does not get it. Instead decides he's just going to go for pump up. Concede the 6 points, but get the value of it basically with that ambassador. This is high level. The chess match between Logan and Dre is just great. The counter punch, counter punch. It's amazing. So, even cards. Those of you just joining us, this is game 3 of a best of 5 of the Grand Championship of the Passiflora. If Logan wins this one, we go to another best of 3. If Dre wins this, we keep going till the winner is decided. So here we go. Rain Farm hits the board. Going for an emissary, searching, standing down, pumping up his Imperial Brigades the whole time. His Imperial Brigades have already been staggered, so he's just getting maximum value out of that. And if his opponent passes, he has a Cantrella. Logan, this is what you expect in Nilfgaard on Nilfgaard action.
Huge round one. Huge round one.
Yeah, they're just going in, just exploding points. We'll see what Logan does here. I don't think he's gonna concede the round. But he
When's
just
that rag gonna go off? Makes sense to use rag this round, right? When you've got the board that he's got.
right. I mean, and you've already seen one standard bearer, so Rag would probably hit consistently. Now you've seen the other one. I think you definitely see Rag now. If he really wants to win round one, he plays Rag. Then when his opponent passes, he plays Cantrella. I think that's the combo play you're looking at here. just because you're going to get maximum damage. He's already played two of his. We've only ever seen him run two of those. He's playing Cantrella now.
Well, yeah, I mean he's 13 points ahead.
Well, I would think
So if you play
Ragnarok first,
Cantarella,
and then Can. You don't think Ragnarok and then Cantrella? But
well, no, because he might if he does it that way, then his opponent might pass.
I get you. So you're
Well,
setting the hook a little more with Cantrella before you hit the hammer.
yeah, I said that, but then I thought, well, is it the end of the world if his opponent passes and he plays Cantarella next round? I guess not. So I'm
Hmm.
not sure. I think you can do either there.
Yeah. He's in a good. Let's just put it. He's in a good position.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thing is, Logan could be in a great position too. We can't see his cards, so that's the difference.
Right. Yeah. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to see it. Ragnarok, right?
Gotta be.
I mean, when are you going to get better value from Ragnarok than right now? I mean, he's only going to have 6 cards next round, max.
Forces the Van here question as well, doesn't it?
Exactly. It's got to be a Ragnarok. Yeah, there's really no other play there. And then here comes boom,
It's
boom, boom.
Ragnarok.
Yep,
What
yep.
an animation! That has got to be one of the
It's
coolest animations
it's
I've seen.
beautiful. That and Skellige Storm, two of my favorite animations in the game. Just ridiculously good.
So Logan's board is on fire. Has he got the answer? We await with bated breath. He's rope coaching us.
I mean, this is such a tough decision. He's taking 9 again next round. He doesn't have a clear sky answer for it. So whatever he factors in points, he's got to factor in. He's got to be at least plus 14 to take the lead and keep the league after.
If he hasn't got clear skies here, there's no way he can stay in this round.
Yeah, he's got to pass.
Yeah, he's got to pass. Yeah. I thought he had Van Meer still. Van Meer. Obviously not. So first round goes to Dre. Okay,
Trey's
so
fighting
card
back.
advantage, it's quite even. I guess they both played
He gets it
Cantrell.
again. Oh my! I know this is not the same match, but it seems like he
Sure.
gets Siri every time.
Oh, skills, Dre, skills.
Yeah, that's next level drawing right there. There's one time he searched for it. He got it from something. I can't remember the last game. He plucked her, but yeah, I think he got it from a seer. I mean, cut here. Sorry,
Well,
not a seer.
I mean, again, it's such a good deck for Siri
Oh yeah,
because of its ability to thin so consistently. So you're going to always get good value from Siri, basically.
I've seen a lot of Siri dashes in Nilfgaard. Speaking of series,
Siri and Siri Dash.
just Siri dash, just one or the other. But I've seen a lot of Siri in all of her forms in Nilfgaard now.
Okay, so someone's got to make the deck with all the series, right? So we're going to have Fake Siri, Siri, and Siri Dash. I'm making that deck.
You got to. It's like the 3 stages of Siri. All right, so let's see. Well, all
And the name for the deck's just triplets.
right. Why not? All right, so let's see. I mean, I would think a seer here, right? Just to shuffle some cards in, or do you just go pass?
Just pass because you don't need to shuffle this round. You want to get the 10 value when you want to win the round because it's 10 value.
Yeah.
Unless
Oh,
you.
shackles.
Oh, interesting. But the thing is, it doesn't matter anyway because you're kind of getting that card. You know what I mean? You're kind of getting the value of it buying shackles in Siri. I'm never sure about shackles in Siri after they've passed. I don't know
Because you're
because
still losing the
you're not
card. Yeah, you're losing the
still
card.
losing a card.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then you would also have a shackles in your hand doing nothing. So maybe there is an argument to doing it.
And what else are you going to shackle in this deck?
Exactly.
I mean, maybe a cow carcass, but I mean. All right, so
I mean, if it was the other way around, you could save it to Shackles uh, T-Bar after you've played a cow. So you settle T-Bar into a cow, and then you can Shackles him and kill him. But T-Bar's got to play onto a row that doesn't have something for that to happen.
Logan's just saying, "Hey,
So
look, I
we
have it. There you go. Enjoy."
we are in the grand final. It's a best of five, and the score currently is 2-0 to Logan, and we're in the third round. So if Logan wins this, he's actually won the series 3-0. Is that correct?
That is correct. And we go to another best of five because he was Logan came from the losers bracket, and Dre has not yet lost.
So I guess we could do with putting up a score thing really going forward, so people can keep track. If they're just coming in new.
That's a good idea. We can do that. I can actually put one up real quick. Let's see. All right. So do that right now. Actually, whilst I it's gonna be. Let's see. It's
Wow, 55 to 15. But we have a serious gap in the card advantage now. This is going to be really interesting. There's taking a look in his graveyard, trying to decide what he wants to put back with Azir, or Asari, or whatever she's called. Oh no, he's already played Asari. What am I on about?
looks like -2.
Okay, so he's looking at what he wants to help pick up with the medic. Into another medic. Oh, they got rid of the permadeath rule, so they can do that now. Chaining the medics. Oh my god, that's going to be huge value.
All right. So I hope that helps a little bit. Let's see. I
I'm
missed.
pretty
I
sure that's
missed.
going to get blocked. Pretty sure that's going to get blocked, but he has then got the Peter to counter it anyway, so quite a clever setup. So 40 points in it, but we're talking 3 cards to make up 40 points.
It's very doable. Very
Oh
doable,
yeah.
especially if this cow takes out that 20. I don't think the cow is going to hit for 20, but if it does, yikes. I don't think he even worries about the cow right now until he sees if Logan has an answer for it. Maybe just Kahir and get a Nilfgaardian Knight. It's got to be the play, right? Kahir pick the Nilfgaardian Knight. Roach comes to the board.
But the problem is though, his thing does nothing now. His scout does nothing.
I think I saw a
So
rot tosser in there. There's one card. The tracker's showing us 0, but I think I saw a rot. The Van Hammer drops and absorbs. That's double use for Van Hammer. Logan looking. I don't think he's going to pull this one off. I don't know. You would think 29 would be safe. He has one card in hand still. He's waiting to save Peter to see if he pumps up that card anymore. I think Peter's going to be enough to win it. Not enough, but he will be enough to set it in motion. So this is going to be the Rod Tosser, which is going
yeah,
to
and
take
he
out. Yeah.
kills the 2 5s and he uses Peter to kill the 20. So yeah, that's it. That's game.
Yep, that'll do it. Brilliant
That'll do
play.
it.
Brilliant play. So now, got to change the newfangled scoreboard, which is high tech. All right. Dre takes the first one, so now it's 2-1 in the grand finals, and he's on the road to come back.
Yeah, very similar to the first game that we saw, wasn't it, between the two, where Dre P basically took the big lead in terms of card advantage and was able to really have three cards at the end of the game to sort of react to his opponent's board. And because he'd ordered his cards well and he'd saved the likes of Peter and the big swing cards, he was able to capitalize. Also, we saw there something we spoke about earlier, which is using your rock tossers at the end of the game, being much more effective. He got 10 value from his final one. So well played to Drake. So it is now 2-1, I believe.
Yep, 2-1. We got the scoreboard up there now.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, now we're high tech. See how high tech that scoreboard is? All the best. All the best. All right. Ouch, man. All right, so I'm guessing if I'm just going to be a betting man, I'm going to see Calvita into Golems, into Imperial Brigade.
How do you do it?
Yeah, it's talent, really. That's how I can credit it. It's just, God-given talent. Once again,
You're
you've done
the,
you've
the
done 10 of
Mystic Meg
these.
of Gwent.
Yeah, you've done 10 of these. You get a certain sense of how things are going to go. Fake Siri. What an interesting card, Fake Siri,
Wow.
because he knows
Oh
he
wow.
doesn't run. The ones that kill spies. That's great analysis. Can't think of the name of the card now. I just went blank.
Well, one thing that we've seen is Logan has struggled to win round one. And when I played against Dre in the quarterfinal, I think it was, or semi-final, I can't remember. I also struggled to win round one against Dre because of that Ragnarok combo play. And so maybe he's thought, by taking in fake Siri, it's really going to help him win the first round. It's a really interesting play.
It's brilliant. It's just brilliant. Right now, Fake Siri, if he passed, would win the game for him. I mean, he's already won. He's forcing him to pass. Great counterplay by Dre to put actual Siri on the board. And locked. Logan is trying to reset the brackets. So he is winning 2-1. If he wins this, it goes to another best of 5. And if that takes place, we are going to take a small little break to replenish ourselves before another best of 5, should that happen, because we are only human. And these games are intense, and my bladder is filling up to a alarming level.
Fairly human.
All right, so this is Fake Siri has really thrown a wrench into the monkey of Dre P. He is really having hard decisions to make, and Siri's been locked. This looks like Logan's highlight film right now. He's looking pretty good. He has no idea how to react to this, nor would I, to be fair. Not that I would have a brilliant strategy for this. But there come the golems. You may have seen those or remember them from such films as every other Nilfgaard game you've ever seen. Goes for Joachim. Gets a medic that won't pull anything. Unfortunate sequencing there.
Oh boy. Mm.
Right now, Siri's worth 16 points. And she's just going to get stronger every round.
So if you're just joining us, the format is that you submit a starter, a sort of basic deck, and you have to start each round with that deck. But you also submit a sideboard of up to 8 cards. There's no limit on that. It could be 8 golds, 8 bronze, however you want to do it. But after game one, whether you win or lose, you can basically then start interacting with your sideboard, and you can switch anything from 0 to 8 cards after each game. But the thing to note is that in the first game you have to use the standard deck that you submitted. So we've definitely seen some sideboard action here, though. I mean, the Fake Siri is the first time we've seen Fake Siri. We've seen Locke be sideboarded in, I think, from Dre.
Yep.
So They are starting to learn each other's decks, and they are starting to adapt.
Oh yeah, this is the sixth game they played against each other. Um, oh no, actually, wait, he won 2-0 the first time, didn't he? Yeah. So this is the fifth game they played. Actually, this will be the actual sixth game. Forget what I'm saying. Fake Siri is looming large. Let's just go to Fake Siri. She's a
5-6,
20
same thing.
point card. I don't know. Dre is much better than I. That's an understatement, but he is still staying in even with that 20 point swing looming over his head. The reason why I say 20 point for those of you of the game is that Fake Siri, when Dre passes, she will go to the other side, thus taking 10 points from Dre's total and adding 10 points to Logan's total, which is a 20 point swing. So, for example, if he passed right now, Logan would win 57-56. That's how powerful she is. And you can add her factor on the game by 2 points every turn because she adds one, but it'll be 2 points, one minus, one plus. So the it's I don't know. I don't know how Dre is going to want to win this game. He has the Van Hammer,
Mm.
but I don't know. I'm kind of
Well, it's really difficult because you've got to be that much ahead, haven't you? You've got
yeah.
to
You
be
gotta be
Syria ahead,
way
and
ahead.
you can't use Peter on her. So, but I mean, unless he tries to get a sort of early rag going, that could be an option. Get an early rag going. Um, but I can't see. I don't know. I'm struggling to see how he's going to win this round.
Me too.
But it depends. It depends again. What obviously it depends what Logan has in hand. I mean, if he drops rag, for example, and he has no answer to it, well, he'll win regardless of fake theory. So it just depends. Has he got the venom here? We're not sure. Another strategy that I've seen in the Nilfgaard mirror, I'm always a bit uncomfortable about it, but is to play Vanna here, for example. Oh, he's doing it now, I
Here
think.
comes the
Yeah.
hammer.
So he's playing the plays. No, it's not the hammer. He plays the frost. You see. So you play the Vanna here, frost, forcing you to play your Vanna here. But obviously you've got the standard bearer. This is where it breaks down. But if he didn't have that and he had to play Vanna, then you play Ragnarud, and that's quite a good strategy that I've seen be used.
Makes sense. It's series now. We're at 24 points, and I think I am shocked. I think Logan is shocked that he that. I mean, there's no
Yeah.
lock. There's no lock for it. There's no answer.
I think Dre was a bit confused at this stage because I mean it's quite a it's a big tech really, isn't it? Right from the sideboarding, this really does alter this matchup. So um, I think really there's got to be a reason for sort of dragging out the round because I would pretty much just want to sort of give him the round with the best possible card advantage I can. Which if he passes now, I mean he's going to get two cards, right? Because he's already one card up. I would pass here while he's ahead.
Definitely.
No, no, he's not. Sorry. If he passes here, obviously he goes behind because of Suri, but
I
he
would
is one card ahead.
I would just lose. I would lose this. I think he's just. I don't know his out here. That's 26 point swing right now. If he were just to pass right now, it would. I mean, he's up. He's building a huge point differential.
Not huge enough.
No.
Oh, although that's interesting. That's interesting. See, if he passes now, he will lose, but his opponent's played Suri.
Yeah. I think Logan gave him an out.
Mm.
Dre played this round long enough to have an out. That's pretty good. If he is gonna, I mean, he's got to pass here, right? Uh, I mean, series now at 28 points. It put him at 83 and put his opponent at 94. Or he can. I mean, he's so far differential in points. He could play another one, but I'm pretty sure that Logan's just gonna pass. This was like a prolonged game of chicken, where both would see who was gonna pass first or blink first, even though he was staring down the headlights and he hits him with a hammer. He's trying to win, even with fake Siri. I think if Logan, you just pass, right? I mean, you just pass. Yeah, he won the game with fake Siri giving 30 points away. Jeez.
Wow. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes because see when Logan played Siri, I think that was a really good opportunity to pass.
Yeah,
Whereas now you've won the round, but you've given him Siri value. So I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. I mean, at least he's in control. Dre is in control of this round, but he is now a card behind. So we'll see.
Dre does not want to lose round one. He's just not going to do it. Not going to do it.
Well, it's a good tactic to not
Right?
lose round.
Yeah. No. This is not a down. This is just he is not going to lose it. You're going to have to take round one from his cold dead hands.
Sure.
He's a bulldog, man. I would have quit 17 times, but he ended up winning that round.
17.
17 different times I was done. I was pulling a parachute, which is why he's in the championship, and I'm commentating on it.
So if you join to Shifu on ladder, you know what to do, guys. You just need to bully him with
Exactly
sheer
right.
force of power.
Yeah, just any kind of that. If I'm down, I fold like a cheap suit, a cheap tent. I'm just done. I would have been crying at all those points down. I was Siri. Just both these players, the common denominator is they just don't feel pressure to make plays. They just are very calculated, very strong. They can stare down Ragnarok in the eyes and win with willpower. They can take fake Siri and give him 30 points and still win. It's crazy. There's a reason these two are in the championship. That's all I can say. This is a championship, by the way.
there is a good reason,
If
and that reason
Logan
is.
wins, yeah, I'm sorry.
I was just saying there is a good reason, and that reason is that Dre paid me a lot of money to throw our match up, obviously.
I figured. That's what I figured happened. I was waiting for you to come to. That's just obvious.
No, he smashed me, to be fair. Yeah, he's playing his deck very, very well. Anyone who's interested in learning how to play Nilfgaard, this is a really good masterclass, really, in this deck. Very interesting, very consistently thin the deck, the order in which he's playing these cards, and also I think we've seen some very good examples of playing the T-ball style deck as well. So real treat.
All right, Ragnarok.
Ooh,
I haven't
so
seen Logan play
he's
this
tech.
card too
No,
much.
he hasn't. He's teched that in. He's teched that in. So that might mean he's not running T-ball this round because we've not seen him play Ragnarok before. That's interesting.
What a great pass again. Dre does not make mistakes on passing. Now, he had maybe a couple of flip ups with putting the wrong card back, but who knows if that was true. I'm not one to question. But on passing, he is on point.
So you can see there, guys, that's 9 points each. So he passes there, so he doesn't take any more damage, and it forces Logan to play a card to win the round. So therefore getting some card advantage. So just constantly paying attention to when to pass.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Like you said, really good high level decision making.
But Ragnarok pays off for Logan, giving him this round. Now, will we see a bracket reset? It's looking pretty good for Logan at this point. Or will Dre pull it even at two apiece going into the deciding fifth game of the first set? A lot of gold in his hand.
Wow, that is a really, really strong hand. Can't see how you're gonna. Are you gonna? What was? Oh, you could maybe take Cantarella, but hmm. Okay.
He's gonna get whatever he wants. He has the ability to get all those cards, so he's feeling pretty good. He's gonna play everything in his deck this round.
I think he's going to use Car here to Cantarella. No, so oh no, he's got Rain. He's got Rain Farm. Oh
Yeah,
my God, he's got Rain Farm.
yeah.
Yeah, this is it. This is so good. This is so good.
He's a masterful player. He plays it down to just the essentials at the end of his deck, the chewy goodness at the bottom of your cereal bowl. He gets it down there every time. It's just masterful.
So,
I'm a huge fan. I'm getting a Dre T-shirt. I've called it. That's one thing about the Shoutcast and the
JP4.
Passiflora. I have JP4.
Oh, that's what he was looking for.
Yeah, of
Okay, I was
course.
wondering what he was digging for.
And he's gonna
You'll have to
shuffle
put
the
that back.
answers
Yeah.
in. He's just playing it like
Mm.
JP4 T-shirts on sale here. Shifu the cards. Every Passive Floor Championship, everyone I've called, when Freddie Babes, Cadexel, Garuna, all of them, when they get to the final, they showcase this immense talent. And Dre P4 is another great champion if he wins. And Logan is another great champion for resiliency and counter strategy himself. So either one of these guys are going to be amazing champions added to the pantheon of the greats. I can't wait for this Passive Floor Invitational in September. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's gonna be a showcase of the immortals.
You just make sorry, I'm laughing because have you seen the series that's out at the minute, American Gods? It's based on a novel.
No.
It's it's really good. It's really good. It's got some of my favorite actors in. And I'm just the way you're describing it on the Pantheon of the Gods and stuff. I'm like, am I going to bump into Dre P4 in American Gods?
You might.
Is he like one of the characters?
I've been stuck on
Just
this series, The 100 from Netflix. That series has been in my. That's an amazing series on Netflix. Just as a random sharing
the
TV shows.
100.
Oh my goodness! If you haven't checked it out, 100 is an amazing TV show.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
but
Got into it.
yeah, it's really good. Rainfarn into Cantarella or not? Yeah, Rainfarm into Cantarella. There we go. And then puts it beautifully by itself to set up the Rot Tosser finish. Like I said, he's going to play all of his cards in his deck, the ones he wanted to. I don't know if it'd be enough to. Yeah, it should be enough to win. He's going to be enough to win.
Logan put the did a lot of tech in this game because he's put the things back in, hasn't he? He's put the rock tossers back in.
Yeah, he has. He's really. And it's paid off. He's up 2-1. So he's trying to reset it. We will Ragnarok. Is it gonna be enough? I don't know. He's gonna get that Rod Tosser to go off on Cantrella.
So he wants.
Oh, a decoy. That could save him. That's gonna take 10 points out. Oh, wow, this is gonna be close. This is gonna be
No,
really close.
it's not going to take 10. It's going to take 6, isn't it? He's going to play his rock tosser now.
Oh yeah, sure enough. Yeah, okay.
So what is he going to play? But what's he going to play this into? Is the question. I think he's going to. Is he going to play it into the back row?
well, the Cantrella. If he plays into Cantrella, it's only worth 1 point because Cantrella will be 1 point by the time it ticks away. So it's gotta be the back row.
Huh.
Mm, that might have been a little mistake. There's only gonna be a 1 point Cantrell when it ticks off. Regardless, he's gonna win the round though. Well, maybe not. The 7 ticks off. Oh, it's gonna be close. Well, Ragnar's gonna carry it. I mean, he would have only gotten 2 more points by putting it on the back row, so it wouldn't matter too much. He would have taken the novice instead. So we are
Mm.
going to game 5 of
The
the.
final round of the final of the finals. Did I mention the word final?
it's it's a redundancy thing we've had today. All right, so we are going to
Well,
game
actually,
5.
that's awesome. So Logan went 2-0 up, and then Drade's just like uh, played really solid in the last 2 games. He really hasn't made many mistakes at all. Um, and we've also seen a lot of teching going on in the last 2 games. They're really trying to use the sideboards now to. They've had they've had a best of 3 and a best of 5, and they're really starting to figure out each other's decks. So they're really starting to delve deep into those sideboards and try and surprise their opponent. We just saw fake Siri being used, for example. It's interesting.
And this is what you want. You want it to go to game 5. You want Logan to win, so it goes to yet another game 5. But like I said, this is game 5. So if Logan wins, we're gonna take a short break. If Dre P4 wins, we are done. So we'll take even a longer break, I guess. So here we go. Without further ado, Game
So if
5.
Logan wins, we're all pulling an all-nighter. If Bray wins, we're all getting some sleep tonight. Okay, got you.
Exactly right. Here we go.
I am actually in the UK, and it is 5 to 10 right now. What time is it where you are, Shifi?
4 o'clock. Well,
Four
5 to
o'clock.
4.
Okay. Here we go, guys. This is it. The final round. Two apiece. This one's for all the cheese, all the big marbles,
Yep.
all the what else?
This is what separates the wheat from the chaff.
The witches from the Witcher
Witches.
wannabes.
Yeah. I guess
The
witches is
witches
still good.
from the fake series.
The series from the
Um,
fake series. Yeah.
so he needs to get rid of that roach. What else? He's cleared the Vicora novices. That's good. Probably going to put one of the rock tossers back, I would
Definitely. Yeah, he's
imagine.
got to throw one of those back. So I'm guessing
Oh, he's
golems.
the rain farm. Picked up the rain farm.
This has been our seventh Nilfgaard on Nilfgaard call today, and I'm guessing Calvite golems Impera Brigade. I've called it. I just sense it. It's just one of those things. I just sense it. You know.
I think you're finally going to be wrong. I don't think we're going to see any golems. I think we're so deep now into this. The nerf has kicked in and they've all been dropped. Oh, look, there they are. Yeah, okay. So standard opening. Quite an interesting thing that some people do is they play. If you look at where he's positioned Calviat, why is he positioned Calviat there? Why has he not positioned him somewhere else in the row or put him on the middle row or the back row? And the reason is to play around Skellige Storm. So Skellige Storm does 3 damage to the end card. So by playing the gold card there, you actually minimize damage from Skellige Storm.
Great call.
Not that either of these guys are playing Skellige Storm, but that's just what you do on ladder and why you do it.
No, that's a good call. That was a really great call. I did not do that myself, so now I will start doing that because I now see the value in it. Seriously, that was good. Good
Especially when
breakdown.
you're playing against the Scoia'tael spell deck that's really annoying and has loads of Skellige Storm stuff. It's just little things that can help. Okay, so the standard rock tosser there into the golems. We've gone over this one several times. There's only a few defenses to it. He's kept the fake Siri, which I'm pleased to see because I think fake Siri is a really good addition in this matchup.
Yeah,
Uh, it didn't quite work last time, but I don't think that was fake Siri's fault. I think fake Siri put a lot of pressure on Dre.
face serious fault. Yeah, no, it
She put a
wasn't.
lot of pressure on Dre. He was confused. He was baffled. She was charming him with her wiles. He didn't know what to do. He went on too long and around. And so Fake Siri did a good job.
I think he's gonna do. It looks like he's gonna do the same thing. He's like, he's gonna you give me fake Siri, fine. I'm just gonna pound you to death with points. I don't think he's gonna. I think he's gonna go all in again. Although he does have real Siri in hand, maybe that might change his thought process going forward.
Mm.
I don't
Well,
know.
it must be very confusing, you know. I mean, they both look like Siri, so which one is the real Siri? It must be very disturbing for a young man who's trying to concentrate on a strategic card game.
It is difficult. It is difficult.
It is.
A lot of Siri on the board.
There's a lot of, it's a whole lot of women, and we haven't seen Siri dash yet, and I wonder whether that might have been a tech choice actually in one of the sideboards, but we haven't seen it. So,
Yeah, I
oh,
think I think Dre P4 is just pretty much he's running his deck, overpowering people, and Logan is just fighting the valiant fight, playing well. This is good. This is what you come to expect from the Passiflora Championship. You really do. All the high level players play here, um, and you never know. Sometimes you have a Cinderella story that wins. 9 points, 18 point series value, realistic right now, which means if he passed, um, he would lose. You know, what he might be doing. He might be calculating if he plays Siri, the real Siri, how much the fake Siri calculations go into whether he'd win or lose. There's a whole bunch going on right now. Fake Siri has thrown him into a kerfluffle.
will the real fake Siri please stand up?
Look at dude Dre P4. I'm like getting a tattoo of Dre P4 on my arm to motivate me into just being just dominant, just being a bull on the competition scene. I think back to previous to winners of the Passiflora, and I don't think I've seen aggressive play. Freddie Babes comes to mind as somebody that really impressed me. Just great knowledge, especially with his consume using old spear tip. Garoon is a great high level player, but Codexel, of course, is amazing. But Dre P4, just bullish, just absolutely bullish, refusing to back down.
Yeah, it's definitely a lesson in aggressive play. Really, really seeing the value of winning round one. And often when I play against Nilfgaard on ladder, I mean, I think that's a really important thing is to try and beat them round one. If you beat Nilfgaard round one, then you you make the possibility of winning that game so much more in your favour. So obviously he knows that, and he's kind of countering it by playing really aggressive. And when you're mulliganing, you need to be thinking about round one. If that's your strategy, you need to be thinking. It's like Skellige, where you've got all these priestesses and Sigrifer and things like that, and sometimes you need to just throw them away because sometimes you just you know that in round one you're not going to be able to play those cards. So it's just a consideration. Now, does he go for? Oh, he has got staggered, so it makes sense to go for the brigade here. Again, we see a 20 point gap opening up, and he's still got the rain farm combination as well.
Siri Dash is 22 points in his favor. Yeah,
Oh, of
he's
course, yeah. So 22, so 78, 68. So actually, Logan is still ahead here.
yeah he's ahead. Now, does he drop the real Siri, or does he just concede this? I don't even think the word concede is in
Well, I would
Dre's
I would rain I would perhaps rain farm into
Cantrella.
Cantarella.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the play.
Or maybe he's just thinking that maybe he's thinking play Siri now, actually. And then if I don't know.
If he plays Siri, Logan's probably gonna pass because he's definitely won. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's
Bit of a
def-
giveaway, right?
yeah, he's got to pass.
Oh no, he's got the roach though. So actually, he,
Wait, it wouldn't be
he,
enough. It'd be
it
22. It
wouldn't
wouldn't be
be.
enough.
So he's gonna shackles, right? But then even if he shackles,
Yeah, this doesn't look good.
so now if so now if oh, do you know what Drake could do here? Drake could play Rain Fan into Cantarella, go another. Okay, no, he'd go 3 points down, 4 points down. He'd go 4 points down, so it'd be essentially like being on 97, and she'd come across for 26. So that'd be 82, 92, 98. Oh, he'd lose by 1 point. I was just thinking he would put him at a massive card advantage if he
Oh,
did
I
that.
thought you were having some kind of like stroke or something. You're just spit out 80, 92, 70. Like, uh oh, I've lost BJ. He's gone to numbers.
And I was quite impressed if I could count up to 28, to
Yeah,
be
I was
honest.
really. I knew you weren't counting. I thought you were just talking out
Oh,
numbers.
he drops the Ragnarok. Okay, so horse is
Probably.
an answer here.
This is
The
all
order of
about
plays, the order
aggression.
of play is fantastic, though. It's really good.
I hope that I still have my job, and I'm hoping that you cast with me the Invitational, because I really want to see these people that we've casted play against each other. I hope I have that honor to do it. This is just insane. This is just insane. The skill level. He drops his own series, so we have 3 series on the board, which has got to be some kind of record.
For triplets. So we got Siri fake Siri is worth 26, right?
Yeah,
So
he'd still
if
lose.
he passes now, he would need to play one more card, and he would go in losing one card. Dre would go in losing one card ahead. If he goes to win though, I think he's got Siri down. Logan's got Siri down.
He just passes here because I mean, if he gets the full series, he's going to get hit with another 9 points right on top of it. So even if Siri, I mean, he's just again dominated the first round with
But I
power.
think your brain fans into Cantarella. I think
Yeah.
you're just thinking about what you're thinking about here is card is card advantage.
Phew, this guy.
Oh, he's got the hammer.
Yeah, this is just this is a lesson.
Right.
This is a lesson on how to
Ragnarok
play.
has been amazing.
Oh
Just
man.
amazing.
And Logan has the tech. He has two standard bears and a Van Hammer, and Ragnarok is still eating his lunch because of just the precise way that Dre P plays it. Just crushing him with cows, setting up cow attacks, just crushing him with Ragnarok. Logan's played amazing. Logan's just played tech, made some great tech choices. Um, this has been great. I hope we go another five.
So we've got
Man, what a game! What a game between these two.
three, six, fantastic, really high level stuff. I mean, that was so confusing. I mean, that was hurting my head trying to figure out what the right player was and who should have given up the round. It was so confusing, it was so back and forth. But anyway, here we are. So Dre is one round up. He is one card down, but he's still no, and he has played Siri and he has played Cantarella, so he's not actually going to get the only. He might hard pass here. He might hard pass. Thing is, though, Logan hasn't played Ragnarok, which must be a concern.
Right, he's got to be worried about Ragnarok. He just keeps. I
Although
think
he's got Vermeer, hasn't he? So he has got an answer to it. But yeah, there we see. So we see the hard pass, and that means now that Dre will have a half a card advantage, as in he'll get the last play.
wow, this is gonna
Oh
come
my
down
god,
to it.
this is going to be really close.
This is gonna come. All of them. I mean, and
Oh,
I've been lauding Dre P4, and he deserves it. But Logan has fought him. Every one of these games has been down to the wire, with just crazy plays that just are insane. Just crazy, crazy play. Every single one of them. Not one hasn't gone to 3 rounds, and they've all gone down to the very last card.
it's been superb.
It's been just really been a privilege to call this game. Thank you, Logan and Dre P4, for such amazing gameplay that we've had the privilege to cast today.
Yeah, it's been super good, really informative, really fun to watch.
Ooh,
Um,
he put back in Tibor, the T Man.
wait a minute, that might do it here.
That should be we might be going to another game, a 5 game
Oh
set.
my god, T-Bar, we're not getting any sleep tonight, are we?
No,
T-Bar and the Nilfgaard Knight. Now, how many rock tosses has Dre got?
he's countered aggression with aggression. He's like, all right, you want to play big points? I'm going big points too. Oof.
Right, but the thing is that I'm focused on. See, he's got the rock tosser. He's also got the potential to put more rock tossers in because Azure is still there, and he's got the medic which can pull a rock tosser from his opponent. So that 10, for example, that's on the front row that night is very vulnerable to rock tossers. So I'm wondering whether they might be the difference here, but we'll see. Okay, he has just put another rock tosser in his deck. So that means he could potentially have play 3 rock tossers here if he took one from his opponent's graveyard. He's gonna want Logan to spend cards. He's gonna want to thin the likelihood of a defense to the cow carcasses.
Oof. I don't know. I don't. The Van Hammer is going to loom large because if he put Tibor in, he may not have Ragnarok anymore. Ooh.
See, now that is a counter to a cow that's now wasted.
Yep. That was not what he wanted to see pulled. That's for sure.
No.
I don't. I don't know. I don't see. It's gonna be close. I don't I don't see Logan taking this one. I don't think he has enough. I think the card advantage is too much again. That JP4 again gets to go last.
And those rock tosses are going to be so good because
Yep.
he's going to literally just have no response. But he's using one now. I'm kind of a bit surprised that he's using one now actually. Unless what he's trying to do is, you know what he could be trying to do is force out the Peter. Peter's a six mana, a six strength card that's on the melee row, so could be played to counter that. And actually, Dre hasn't really got anything on the board right now that is vulnerable to Peter, whereas he will have once he plays his Silver Spy. So maybe he's playing that to try and draw Peter out, and then killing a six value Peter's still good, right?
Yeah.
And then he knows he can play his big stuff because he's drawn out the Peter. That could be the player. I am thinking several players ahead there, but
I think well, so does that's what Dre does, and I'm sure
hmm,
Logan does as well. Oh man, it's gonna be tough right now.
he hasn't got a standard bearer, has he, to clear that weather?
No, and he doesn't have. Well, he could be searching for it here. No, he doesn't. Well,
Yeah, he's got it there.
we never know what.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, the tracker's not great.
No,
Okay, so he's got the answer to that. So far so good. Um, it's a bit of a shame. I know it sounds a bit one-sided, guys, in a way, but it's because we're looking at it from Dre's perspective. Obviously, we can't see Logan's cards other than the one that's been revealed.
it does. I was seeing that a couple of times in this cast, but yeah, we have only what we can see. We don't know the great. Unfortunately, once spectator comes out, we can see the great players, both players, and reads both players are making. Um, but yeah, unfortunately.
It will be amazing.
All right. So, what do you do here?
Well, you
Take off our
want
medic, right? Medic get another
to.
cow.
Um, there's no rush for that. I think you've still got time. You need to see where that other card is there, which I think it's Peter. Is it Peter? Has he played Peter yet?
He played Peter and it got rot tossed.
Oh right. Oh right. Yeah. So he used that as a defense. Right. Okay. Okay. So he could play it. I would probably wait.
The Van
There we
Hammer
go.
hits for 11. I'm sorry,
10
13.
plus the three.
Yeah.
13. Yeah. Oh
Oh, he had
no!
Rag and Tibor.
Oh no! He fell into the trap. He needed to wait one more turn. Oh.
But he can just resurrect his standard bearer on that. He only has on one row, so he can just resurrect his standard bearer. There it is. Fortunately, everything has stacked up neatly on that back row to
Mm.
where that's not an issue. And then 25
So
point
he's
hammer comes.
So he's only going to lose one from that, and then and there goes the 10. Yeah, we called that. I called that the minute that Nilfgaard Knight got played, thinking several turns ahead. But there you go, and that's the advantage of card advantage. There's no response now. Really powerful rock toss today. You're talking a 16 value bronze card. It doesn't get much better than that. And we play this on the back row, and in comes the Peter. Oh, perfect!
Just
It's
perfectly
perfect.
planned. Yeah,
It's
perfectly
perfect
planned.
play.
And he's
And
gonna
there
get
we
hit
have it,
twice. Yeah, I think it's all
and that's
done.
it.
That's it. All done
That's
but the
it. We've got
crime.
a Passiflora champion. Six
Dre P4.
JP4, the sixth ever Passiflora champion. And that was really, to be fair, it was really well earned, really well deserved. Not just because he beat me, but because he also played fairly well in the final. And he really did showcase, for me, he showcased how to play Nilfgaard. That was, there was nothing, if you think about his deck, there's nothing too fancy in there. There's nothing like too cleverly teched. If you look at his four golds, he plays Kahir, he plays Siri, he plays Ragnarug, and he plays Rain Farm, right? So there's nothing too clever or fancy what he's doing. He's not trying to trick people with T-Bar and all that. He's just playing very consistent cards, and he's playing them in the right order. He's passing when he's supposed to, and he's understanding the matchups, and that's how you get good at Gwent.
Yeah, that'll do it. Exactly what you said. I'm very impressed with Dre P4. Just an amazing player. really stepped up, and that's, you're really big on my screen right now. Yeah, y'all can't see that, but that got a little crazy. I just want to share a couple of while he puts the dandelion mask on. I just want to share a
Yeah.
couple of announcements again if you missed it, and if I can pull it up again, which would be amazing. Yeah, no, it was great. Oh Lord, it was a great championship. We have our sixth ever Passiflora champion. There are going to be some announcements. So the major thing is there's going to be game nights. So after the 19th of June, there's going to be some game nights hosted by the Passiflora and the Passiflora Championship.
So
Where
so how did they join the Discord?
That's a good question. There should be. Mako is in the chat. He should post a link in the chat for the Discord server if he would be so kind to do that, and they can join the Discord server. Um, there's game nights going to happen after the June 19th. We're also going to have a weekly challenge where you can play against BJ the Brave, maybe myself, maybe Dre P4, maybe Codexel, maybe Garuna, who knows. We can play against other people in the show, and it will be casted. The Gwent or Passiflora Invitational will take place in September, where all the champions and the top eights, maybe what we haven't. Strax hasn't told me how it's going to break down. It's going to happen in September. The next tournament is in July 1st, right?
Yeah, yeah, we're going to be streaming that as well on the 5th of
5th.
July.
Yeah, and registration starts on the 23rd of June and ends on the 30th of June to submit your deck list. Also, all these championship decks you can see will be on Gwentify. Saraxia works really hard behind the scenes, and he has secured some more pub for the tournament and for the players by letting Gwentify show what you did. So I'll let BJ the Brave sign off. Anything he wants to say, push, publish, talk about a stream, anything like that. The
No,
floor is
I've
yours.
been pretty I've been pretty lazy lately. I do Twitch, BJ the Brave, and I've got a YouTube channel. But you can follow me on Twitter at BJ the Brave Gwent, and the Gwent bit is in capital letters. So that's at BJ the Brave Gwent. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Really enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, it was just a real treat in how to play Nilfgaard.
It was.
Congrats to Drapey for again.
I see the link. Mako, thank you so much. Mako, a member of House of Cards with me, has put the link there. Discord, GG, and the rest of that stuff. For me, I just want to say, honored to do this every month. I've had, like I said, I've been here since the beginning. Hope I can stay. Thank you to Saraxia for all your hard work and putting up with me. I know I'm pain. Thank you to Makel. Thank you to Who's There 15. Thank you to Percival, the admins behind the scenes that make this tournament one of the smoothest running tournaments I've ever been associated with. Literally, I'm just the talking piece. They do all the work. Saraxia, always tirelessly devoted to the channel and giving me a chance. I appreciate it. I stream every day on Twitch TV. That's Shifu with the Cards. Make YouTube content. One of my decks is actually pretty high up on Gwen TV right now, so check that out. Shifu's Happy Consume. And it's been an honor. And I will say to BJ, it's the second time we've casted together, and both times have been an absolute treat. You are amazing. Your knowledge is amazing. And if you're watching this or on YouTube, check out this man's stream. I saw him one night long ago. It sounds like a love letter, but
I was very
exceptionally,
drunk.
exceptionally informative, very entertaining. He is a gem, and you need to watch his show. He's truly amazing. So thank you, everybody. Shifu Cards Passport Championship in June is over. So
Sayonara. Au
have
revoir.
have a good one. See y'all next
Have a
month,
good one.
or maybe during the shoutcast every week. I don't know. We'll see.